Orlando Thunder's roster features an arsenal of players with NFL experience. But the leader of the league's highest scoring offense is a player who is yet to get a shot in the NFL. Quarterback Scott Mitchell backs up Dan Marino with the Dolphins, but this spring his talents have bolstered a different Florida team to #1. The Thunder's won 5 straight and they're averaging nearly 30 points a game. The mastermind is no stranger to Florida football. Head coach Galen Hall has turned the Thunder around from a year ago. Last week they clinched their division and the team's first playoff berth. Gorgeous spring night in Orlando, Florida, as you look in on Lake Eola. And we go cross town to the Citrus Bowl, home of the Orlando Thunder, right now the hottest team in the World League, and a team hoping to take a championship at the end of the season. They take on the defending champions, the London Monarchs, in World League action tonight. And hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. Welcome to Orlando. Tonight, we've got 2 teams going in very opposite directions. We know we'll have a new World League champion this year. The London Monarchs breezed through their schedule last year, 11-1, took the World Bowl in a shutout. Now they're really struggling at 1-5-1. And right now, the Orlando Thunder's the hottest team in the league. They think they're the heir to that World League crown as they head toward the playoffs. They bring in my partner, John Robinson. John, here's one team going in the right direction and gearing up for the playoffs, and another team that's really trying to find a little self-respect here. They know they're not going to postseason.
Well, what a difference a year makes, Brad. It's Orlando now that's doing all the things that winners do. They have a balanced offense. They run the ball well. They pass it well. They're playing good defense, and their turnover ratio is a +13. London, on the other hand, is trying to stave off disaster.
The Orlando Thunder right now has a hot quarterback, too, in Scott Mitchell. I remember when we did the game up in Montreal, the only game they lost, by the way, in the final second. She said, this is a kid that really could be a star in this league, and you were right.
And he's going to go on and be an effective quarterback in the NFL. He's done an outstanding job for them. They lead throwing the ball, a lot of short passes, and then they follow with the run. Scott Mitchell is an outstanding player.
Mitchell and Dave Archer for Sacramento, probably the 2 hottest quarterbacks right now in the World League. A guy that's the defending MVP in the World League, Stan Gelbaugh. And he turned that into a starting job for a couple of games with the Phoenix Cardinals in the NFL last year, but Stan has had all kinds of trouble. You can't blame just him, but he's not even going to start tonight.
Everybody loves the second-string quarterback, and we're going to see Fred McNair tonight get his chance to be the starter, and I think he'll do a good job. He doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's a good athlete with a good arm, and hopefully he can give London a lift.
Well, we've got a couple of guys that we think will lift a few ball carriers and a few receivers tonight wearing helmet cam, as Ricky Williams will wear it for the London Monarchs right there, number 56, and Rick Andrews for the Orlando Thunder, another guy that really gets around the ball, will have it on for the Thunder. The Thunder, are they going to be sold to a different group here in Orlando? That's the rumor this morning. And Raj Bethal, their current owner, is going to be with our Michael Barkan when we come back to Orlando in a moment.
Well, you're stuck here.
Where's here?
This is Lake Edna.
The World League on USA is brought to you by Olympus. Never miss another O. By Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. And by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Getting set for the Orlando Thunder and the London Monarchs. Let's go down to the field to Michael Barkan.
Brad, Thunder management and Thunder fans startled this morning when they read the Orlando Sentinel. The headline read, Bethal poised to lateral Thunder. And in the article, it detailed team owner Raj Bethal's plan to sell the Thunder after a meeting tomorrow morning with the prospective new ownership. Well, Raj Bethal joins me right now, and your reaction to that article, sir, is?
It's totally untrue. I haven't had any meeting set up.
and I have no idea where this news coming from.
How about moving the team? The article also mentioned you might want to move the team to California.
We are completely committed to Orlando, and this is the best town in the league, and we are going to stay here, and this team belong in this town. It's going to be here.
Well, that's good news, I'm sure, for Orlando. How are you going to bolster the attendance, though? It's been a little lacking.
Well, it takes time. This is a new league, and every week by week, league is improving, and we are 6-1 team. We are Eastern champion. We are going all the way to winning the World Championship.
All right, Brad, you heard it here first. Back to you.
All right.
No sale.
Raj said it all as you look out at the two coaches. Galen Hall does have his team, the North American East champions at 6-1. And Ray Wilsey, who was defensive coordinator last year under Larry Kennan, who's gone on to be Tom Flores' top 8 in Seattle, has struggled through a 1-5-1 campaign. London not having won since their opener. They have lost 5 and tied 1. The Thunder, 5 straight wins, and they're going to get the football first. Phil Alexander's got it teed up. And week 8 of World League play set from the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Back deep, Grantis Bell and Stacy Simmons for the green-clad Orlando Thunder. And here we go. Grantis Bell, 5 yards deep, decides to touch it down right there. And Scott Mitchell and his offense will go to work from the 20-yard line. Mitchell's numbers on the season, 10 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Offensively, joining Scott Mitchell for Orlando, here's how it looks. Darryl Clack in the backfield. Titley, the tight end, the wide receivers, Bell, Simmons, and Joe Howard Johnson. As much of the time, you'll see a 4 wide-out group for the Thunder. Cunningham, Aronson, Lassell, Rose, and Crafts across the front wall on the offensive line for Orlando. They are number 1 in the league in scoring, 202 points through 7 weeks. And they're set to work from their own 20-yard line. Mitchell throws the out on first down. Got his man a pickup of about 5 before he is swarmed under by the London Monarchs defense. And Roland Smith made the hits. Here's the defense. Shannon Miller and Danny Lockett moves down to defensive end to get more pass rush. The linebacking core, Kirksey, Moore, Ricky Williams wearing helmet cam, and Ricky Shaw, the right outside backer. Smith, Faggins, Dodge, and Crossman. Much of the time you'll see a nickel defense in there for the Monarchs due to the pass-happy attack of the Orlando Thunder, who got almost 6 yards on their first play. And as Scott Mitchell looks at that wristband with the plays listed, he's got a second down and 5. From just outside the 25-yard line. Mitchell got it in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Grantis Bell. And a nice hit put on by Urban Smith on the corner.
Brad, Orlando wants to start the football game with that control passing game and then get to the run. They've thrown the first 2 times. One was complete and one wasn't. The second one certainly was contested. Smith comes up there and makes the play right away. The ball goes through the receiver's hands.
Orlando 43% on their third down conversions. Here's their first attempt at 3rd and 5, and they'll give it to Clack, and he's got a big hole and a first down. Darryl Clack out across the 35, giving 11 yards and a first down to the Thunder. Dan Crossman made the tackle.
They have a very simple running game, but they spread you out with those 4 wide receivers, and there just isn't enough people to defend against the run. At least that's their theory. They also mix that with an excellent bootleg game that Scott Mitchell executes very well.
So out to the 36-yard line. First down, Thunder. And Mitchell on first down wants to swing it out of the backfield to Clack. Got him on the run across the 40. And a nice open field stop as Clack got out near the 42-yard line. Dedrick Dodge came up from his safety position to make the hit. Both Darryl Clack, number 22, and Roger Vick, who we'll see tonight, number 49, a little bit banged up, but Clack's looked good early.
Here's the screen pass. We get the guard and a tackle out in front of him. Clack gets the ball up the field. This is what Orlando wants to do all night, and they're off to the right kind of start.
It's a nice situation. Second down and 4. And it's Clack with another first down run as he skips out to the 49-yard line. Let's listen in to Galen Hall.
50.
Orlando has a unique way of calling plays. They number the plays and then list them on their wrist. You'll see Scott checking his wrist. See what is 50. Okay, now they got 50.
Earlier in the year, they told us they had them listed 0 through 50, so maybe this is the last one on the list. Here it is, end around, drop ball. Let's see if he can find the handle. Finally, Willie Davis does, but he loses about 9 yards, and I don't think we'll hear 50 again for a while.
50 has been scratched, Brad, officially right now. Well, on first down, that's a loss of 10 yards, and that's kind of tough for them. But again, you got to try those things, and around midfield is where they do it. Here's the fake, the handoff to the wide receiver coming back around. He just drops the ball. Wide receivers are used to having that thing spiraling to him, not handed to him.
Willie maybe a little bit rusty, just came off IR this week. Now it's 2nd and 19, and they go to the shotgun and a 4 wide receiver group, and Mitchell might be changing things right now.
Stay solid, stop.
Mitchell with time. Threw it nowhere. Had a man deeper and one more shallow. Grantis Bell was deep, and Joe Howard Johnson was underneath.
Give me a dash.
That went right between the two.
Yep.
We're going to see a good contest between Rick Cunningham and Danny Lockhart. The Orlando left tackle Cunningham is up against the best pass rusher on London's team. That time he did a really nice job. Lockhart's an excellent pass rusher.
He led the league last year with 13.5 sacks, and there's Rick Cunningham, the big fella, 305 out of Texas A&M. A lot of NFL teams are thinking looks pretty good in this World League season. Here comes the blitz on 3rd and long. Mitchell bought himself some time, got his man on the run, and it's Davis. And that one did spiral in. First down at the 38-yard line.
Brad, Scott Mitchell is an excellent quarterback on the run, particularly going to his left, which is, you know, he's a left-handed quarterback. It's easier. But watch him here now. They get a rush up the field. Good push by the receiver. Now he comes back to the football. Scott does a great job of putting the ball right on the money, and he does just an excellent job with that.
On a 3rd and 19, he got 23 yards. First down at the 37. And this is Roger Vick. And Vick, who's been running very well as of late, picked up good yardage inside before the Monarchs could bring him down.
In the single back offense, they just block straight ahead, and we get a look at Vick making a nice cutback. Starts left, cuts back to the middle, uses his blocking. And as long as they can mix that run with Mitchell throwing the football the way he can, they have a good offense.
Now they've got 2 backs in there. Somebody's going to have to come out. Vick comes out, and Clack goes in. They came in 3rd and 4th in the World League in rushing.
Here we go.
We get a look from Ricky Williams' helmet.
Watch it.
Mitchell out in the flat to Clack with blockers in front. All the way to the 16-yard line. 17 more yards, and the Thunder's offense in gear.
Again, a repeat of that screen pass that we saw earlier. Just try to get the defense to back off and cover the 4 wide receivers and just get the simple swing pass to Clack, who got the ball upfield nicely. Watch how quickly he delivers it. Accurate throw. And here Clack's got a big guy right in front of him who misses his guy. He got him out there, but he didn't help him very much.
Dedrick Dodge paid the price for that open field tackle, though. He's still down.
Well, he had to.
We'll check on him when we come back. 10:03 to go first quarter. No score. The Orlando Thunder took the opening kickoff of their own 20 and have driven 64 yards in 10 plays, almost 5 minutes off the clock. John, they're doing everything they want to do.
Yeah, they've come out and just pretty much gone exactly by the script. London's going to have to do something to disrupt that short passing game, or they're going to see it all night, and they'll never stop it.
We saw Dedrick Dodge on the sideline, went off under his own power. Clack on a little inside track play. Only got a couple to the 14-yard line. Ricky Shaw, the linebacker, in on the stop.
Why you? Yeah. No, let's throw. How about Z under? Okay, Z under flush, 18. 18. 18, Scott, 18.
Well, we know it's a pass, Coach.
Flush, 18!
Now let's throw is what he's saying. He had enough of that running.
14.
Now flushes the 4 wide receivers, and he yelled to get everybody in there.
Simmons and Davis to the top of your screen.
I think he thinks the blitz is coming, and a blitz is coming.
Bell. And Johnson the other way, and it's a crossing pattern to Bell. Got it to the 7-yard line.
Z under is this, the inside receiver runs deep in the end zone, and the outside man comes underneath him. Scott Mitchell does a nice job of just being very accurate with the ball. when you throw the ball short, you've got to put it on the money. The receiver can't adjust much to it, and you see there he doesn't have to. Now he's got to just keep from getting killed in the middle in there, which it almost got the ball. That's the tough thing about being a small receiver, catching the ball in the middle.
3rd and 1. Clack's got it to a 1st and goal at the 3.
Brad, this offensive line of Orlando has really come on. We saw them earlier in the year, and they weren't anywhere near as physical as they are now, particularly over on the left side. Here we look at the linebacker trying to take that group on. You see the guard come right back, keeps the linebacker blocked, and knocks the linebacker right out of there. Ricky Williams did not like that play.
1st and goal at the 3. Simmons in motion. The give to Vick straight ahead. Very close, but not in.
Again, the offensive line has to get credit. That ball carrier comes right down to the 1. We're going to see it coming right at the helmet cam. Here we see what it's like to, boom, here's the ball coming right at him. Linebacker gets a shot at him that time. The guard did not get back on him. And he gets buried about, what's that, about 800 pounds on top of him, Brad?
I think so. Ricky Williams in helmet cam made the tackle at about the 1-foot line.
Watch the waggle!
There's Ricky.
Ricky Williams saying, watch the waggle. They're not going to waggle, Ricky. They're coming right at you.
I think I'd watch out for Vick at 240, Clack's 215, and Mitchell's the biggest guy in the field. And he got in. Touchdown, Orlando. I'm not kidding when I say he's the biggest guy in the field. He took that 6-6 and got just enough. 6-0 Thunder.
Well, that's not the way they wanted it to happen. They needed to disrupt that offense. A lot of teams make a script. Here you see Brad Mitchell just getting that svelte 230 pounds up and over everybody and into the end zone. Quarterback's got to, on a quarterback sneak's got to give just a little chance for his offensive line to get momentum. You saw it there, and he was in by a solid inch there. And he gets back out of there. Excellent drive for Orlando.
Tracy Bennett in for the point after. Ray Criswell will hold. The extra points have been kind of an exciting play for the Thunder. You see why. Criswell throws, got his man, and he dropped it. Boy, they can make an extra point exciting, I'll tell you that much. Rick Andrews, the linebacker, came out of there. They've had all kinds of trouble with the snap in placement from Tintley, who's doing the long snapping. And here you're going to see one a little high. Criswell played it as well as he could, but couldn't get the 2. 6-0 Thunder. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow night at 7.
Back in Orlando at the Citrus Bowl, where the Thunder's already scored, and Ricky Williams has done his job defensively, was involved in the collision on the touchdown by Scott Mitchell. You'll see and hear that after this kickoff by Tracy Bennett. Back deep, Bernard Ford and Curtis McManus for the London Monarchs. Short kick taken by Mel Waters, one of the up men. And he's out at about the 29-yard line. Let's take you down to a goal line defense. You try to tackle Scott Mitchell. Let's listen in.
Look at the feeling that you get there of the offensive line just coming at Ricky Williams that time. Hard to play linebacker when the offensive line is that aggressive.
The Monarchs on offense when we come back.
It's now Tuesday Night Fight, June 9th at 9.
Fred McNair at the controls at quarterback tonight for the London Monarchs. There's his numbers in relief duty all season long for Stan Gelbaugh, who's been struggling. So McNair trying to put a little spark in the Monarchs offense, led by Garrett and Alexander, Popson, Sargent, and Ford. Powell, Baradelli, Shipley, Jones, and Theo Adams across the front wall for the London Monarchs, who have had all kinds of trouble in the first quarter this year. They've been outscored 41-3 in the first quarter. And after being one of the highest scoring teams last season, only 117 points in their 7 games this year. You look through the helmet cam of Rick Andrews, wearing it for Orlando defensively. First down at the 29. Play action. McNair throws on the run, and it batted in the air and almost picked off. Nice job defensively by Malcolm Frank, the left corner, number 20. And let's look at that Thunder defense. And they've made some changes up front. Dunbar, Cilio, Wyatt, and Pressberry in a 4-man front. Normally a 3-4 defense. Dixon, Andrews, and Witkowski, the linebacking core. And Frank, you just saw make the play. Glenn Rogers, Ephraim Thomas in at free safety, and Todd Crum, the strong safety. 2nd and 10 for Fred McNair, and the London offense was 7:08 to go first quarter, and the Monarchs already trailing 6-0. Jeff Alexander, not much there either. Got across the 30 and then ran into a wave of lime green, led by Pressberry, 72, and Rogers, 26 from the secondary.
Pressberry did just an excellent job of playing off the tight ends block and was there, and there was no place for Alexander to go.
Monarchs have really struggled with their ground game, John. That's been one of the sticklers for them on offense.
And the worst thing when you don't run the ball very well, you tend to give up on it quickly in a game, go away from it before you really should.
3rd down and 8, not a running situation here. McNair waits and goes across the middle and got it to the 45 to Bernard Ford, his favorite receiver. 14 yards and a first down, London.
Well, that's a huge play for the quarterback. It gives him a little confidence. He was accurate, put the ball on the money. Bernard Ford was covered. The safety man to come up and really contested this play. Here you see Bernard Ford come up. The cornerback staying outside. He comes into the middle. He's got to work back to the ball. You see the safety man there almost has a chance.
Boy, McNair put a lot on that ball. There wasn't a lot of room for error. 3 wide receiver group for him this time, and Garrett on a wing, but they go to the ground, and they got across midfield with Alexander to the 49 as Jeff got about 5, and a late flag flies in.
Well, that's what they needed to do, but that's not what they needed to have happen. They didn't need the holding penalty.
There it is. Let's check in with Michael Barkan. Bart?
Brad, Ray Criswell hasn't played quarterback since high school, Orange Park High School, but you paid it a few moments ago on the conversion. What happened there?
The ball was a little high and a little bit hard. I probably should have had it and just had to improvise and do a decent pass, but we didn't come up with it, though. We'll have to get it next time.
Now, last week you had the same kind of problem. Tracy had to run it in, and you were successful last week.
Yeah, he played a little running back, and, you know, we were successful, and we're winning. That's all that matters.
The problems with the long snapper, his name is Mike Titley. They got to fix that.
All right, thanks, guys. Mike Titley wants to fix it, too, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Mike Titley loves that.
Now it's 1st and 20 with a holding call. Backed up to the 35-yard line. Andrews thinking about a blitz. Now backs out of it. We might have a flag on this one, too. Nope. Screen pass to Garrett. And Garrett got it to the 44-yard line before Willie Wyatt, and Glenn Rogers ran him down. Judd comes in as the number 2 receiver in the World League after leading the league last season with 71. There you see 42, make it now 43 on the year for Judd Garrett, who, of course, brothers John and Jason both played for San Antonio last year in the World League. 2nd down and 10. They got 10 of it back. Just under 5 minutes to go first quarter. 6-0 Orlando. Here comes a blitz on McNair. Tried to go to Ford and threw that one out of bounds.
Well, I think he was well served in throwing that. The wide receiver was covered. Frank did a good job on him. It just wasn't any place to go with the ball, and he had some pressure up the field at him.
That's George Warhop, the offensive coordinator, having a chat with the folks upstairs for the London Monarchs. And it's 3rd and 10 for Ray Willsey's troops. Ray's been around football a long time, 37 years in the coaching profession. 3rd and 10. Here comes the all-out blitz. McNair never had a chance. Never had a chance. Witkowski and Thomas are there.
When that many people come, and look like about 13 were coming that time, and there's just too many to block. Quarterback's got to recognize that, and more importantly, the wide receiver has to recognize that, and he has to stop, throw the ball right now. And if he can get the ball off, sometimes there's huge gains, but if you don't get it off, there's disaster.
Fred thought he was going down under a wave of Kiwis back there, and now they're going to bring everybody after Paul Alsbury, the punter. Now they back off. They have the return on, and he booms a punt. Joe Howard Johnson with a fair catch way back at the 15-yard line. Nice kick, only 7 yards without a return. So London trailing by 6. The Thunder out in front with 4:20 to go, first quarter.
Keeping track of everything you...
Brad Nessler, John Robinson, and Michael Barkan at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida on a beautiful night. Not so good for the London Monarchs so far, trailing by only 6, though, with 4:20 to go.
Well, Brad, it'll be interesting to see if Orlando can put together that same kind of a drive if they have the patience. Sometimes you get a little greedy. You get off to that good a start, and you come and say, well, let's get a big one here somewhere. Let's see what happens.
They went 80 yards in 15 plays the first time they had it. This time they'll have to go 85 if they're to put it in the end zone from their own 15-yard line. Mitchell pump fakes, wants to go deep, but a stop and go to Bell. Bell comes back for it, and Crossman picks it off. Last year's World Bowl most valuable player, Dan Crossman, with the interception. And that gives it right back to the London offense.
Well, there went that patience.
There you go.
It didn't take them very long to say, we're going to get up with the big one, and it's so tempting. He fakes the out, and it's an out and up, and the safety just works his way over, and that ball's kind of, it looks like somebody shot it up in the air there, and it just fell down, and Dan Crossman just stood there and made the interception. Looks like a left fielder catching a pop fly.
That's Dan's first interception of the season, and it gives it back to his offense at the 47-yard line. McNair with time, and he goes deep, and he's got a man open. Knocked down at the last instant by Todd Crum. Bernard Ford was out there, but Crum made a nice play.
Well, he held on to the ball a little too long. That was a 2-deep zone, and the wide receiver was open from about 15 yards down the field to about 30. But he didn't get the ball there in time. Here we get a look at the coverage now. Watch, you'll see the corner kind of hang. Now, there's the hold. He's got to get the ball there to him. There's the safety coming over. You see that ball's in the air too long. That ball has to get up sooner. Nice job. The safety man, Todd Crum, gets up and knocks the ball down.
Well, you're not kidding. Just a split-second difference, or that could have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. McNair tipped. Almost intercepted again. Malcolm Franks had his hands on a couple tonight.
Well, Orlando is certainly being aggressive at the corner. Malcolm Frank is up there. He looks like he's the receiver. He jumped right in front of that thing, but he just couldn't hang on to it. Here you see him in front of it. Now you'll see the wide receiver come back and bat it down. That looks like the NBA playoffs there, trying to get to it. It's a good play by the wide receiver. You got to just keep it from being an interception.
Now it's 3rd and 10, London. 6 DBs in for the Thunder from the 47. McNair flags down. We might have a holding call, and McNair gets it to the 45-yard line. He got about 8 yards on the scramble, but again a flag down, and it is a holding call going against the London Monarchs. The 2nd time tonight that's happened. Paul Baradelli might be the guilty party back there.
It's the kind of thing that happens when you're losing and you're having problems. He scrambles out and almost gets the first down, but then there's a hold. They seem to see that's Hendy Anasich, the umpire, an NFL umpire, who I've looked at for a lot of years. As a coach, you hate umpires. I think they affect drives more than anything. Everybody else you don't worry about, but umpires, you start to know their names.
To the face on the offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
They call it on Theo Adams, the left tackle. Theo doesn't like the call. Ray Wilsey doesn't like it much either.
Now they're 3rd down and 20. They got to be careful not to let disaster befall them here. The way they punted the ball the first time, if they can get part of it back and punt the ball, they can be all right.
Remember, they had an interception by Crossman at the 47. Now they're back at the 37 with that 3rd and 20 staring at them with 3.5 to play, first quarter. McNair fires on the run. Ford made the catch at the 41-yard line. Boy, now that's a nice pass. 22 yards when you're running for your life.
He had no protection at all. He was running for his life, and he found his guy, and he came back and made a great play. We're going to look at the receiver now. He does a great job of just keeping his feet in bounds. Bernard Ford now. Excellent job, Bernard. And that ball was contested all the way.
Bernard needed 20. He got 22 at the 41-yard line. There's his numbers, second in the league in receiving yardage, and he tacked 22 on there. First down to the 41. Alexander popped right at the line, and he'll go down for a loss. Pressberry and Crum there to meet him.
Well, there wasn't much room in there, but they've got to keep attacking him straight at him. Alexander's a big back, and they've got to try to make something happen in there. Pretty soon those blitzes start coming.
Boy, the difference a season can make for the London Monarchs. Look at this total offense. First, now they're fourth. Point score, they were number 1 last year and have slipped to 7th. That defense from 2nd to 10th, and in points allowed, as we told you, they didn't give up much last year, and this year they have given up 162 points coming into this 8th game of the season. 2nd and 10. Here comes a blitz. McNair, they've got the right play. If Garrett can follow his blocking. And he got it down to the 31-yard line. Going to be close to a first down.
They got a blitz that time, and the quarterback did a nice job. Freddie got the ball off to a reliable receiver. Judd Garrett's that kind of guy that just makes plays and keeps doing things for him. Here's the screen pass. The ball's right to him. A little slow getting started, but he gets up, uses his blockers well, finds a crease, and holds on to the ball. Nice job.
Baradelli,
3rd and 1.
Baradelli got a nice block out in front for Garrett, who picked up 9. 3rd and less than a yard. 2 tight ends, Popson and Harbor in there. And a dual backfield as well. Everybody in tight. On 3rd and 1. The give, Alexander, no. What a collision with Willie Wyatt. And also Carl Dunbar. And now decision time for Ray Wilsey.
Well, it's the time now. I think Ray's got to go for this. It's 4th down. They've got nothing to lose, and they need the impetus of they're going for the field goal.
All right, there was some indecision. George Warhop, the offensive coordinator, and finally they get on the same page, and that means that Phil Alexander will come out.
Surprising, Brad, when you're not coaching, you start yelling to go for it.
Well, they gave Alexander a chance for a 48 and a 52-yarder last week, and he connected. Now they're asking him for 50 here. Penalty down. The Thunder saying that they were drawn off. Let's see if that's the call, and if so, that might change the minds of everybody. Delay of game, so all of a sudden it's a 55-yard kick or it's a punt coming up.
Well, that's another decision for Ray now. They're probably outside his range. They're coming back with either
They're going to punt it now.
They're going to punt it now. Well, that's too bad. That's, again, the kind of things they've had 3 penalties already in the first quarter.
Yep.
And they've done some pretty good things. I think Freddie McNair is off to a fine start. Just a kind of a rhythm that they just don't seem to have.
Just when they've gotten it going, it's been the penalties that have stopped them dead in their tracks. So now Ellsbury set to kick away. Joe Howard Johnson back at the 10, and it'll be a 10-man rush. He lays a high, lazy kick. This could be a pretty good punt. Let's see how London covers it. Actually, it comes down a little bit earlier, I think, than they were hoping for. At the 17-yard line, that's where the Thunder will go to work. Next week, we've got more World League action for you. Barcelona and New York, New Jersey. And the Knights trying to work their way back into a possible playoff spot. Sacramento definitely thinks they can win the West. They might be the best team or the second best team in the World League. They'll take on Ohio. That's next Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time here on USA, as the World League winds toward the playoffs and the World Bowl. And we'll be with you in Montreal on June 6th to bring you the championship. And the green-clad Orlando Thunder thinks they're the team that's going to be there. They've been talking about it all week. They already know they've got their division wrapped up. First down, and Clack takes it ahead for a couple off the left side. Scott Miller, the nose tackle, made first contact.
Well, Brad, we certainly haven't seen any of the give-up that we thought we might see after last week's game in New York. London is here to play, and I think they probably feel pretty good about the job the quarterback's doing at this point.
We've come to the end of the first quarter, and the Orlando Thunder out in front, and the London Monarchs still struggling in the first stanza with only 3 points in the first quarter all year. Church Street, they're having fun downtown. We're having fun here at the Citrus Bowl. Second quarter coming up next.
other game going on tonight. Sacramento surge out in front of Frankfurt big time, 17-0. Sacramento trying to win the North American West. Goes into that one 5-2, and with the hottest player in the league in quarterback Dave Archer. Here in Orlando, it is 6-0. There's the West, Sacramento and San Antonio at 5-2, and Birmingham right on their heels. The Fire playing 3 home games in a row, and they're still hoping for a wild card spot. Mitchell rolls and throws, and what a catch. Nope, Titley didn't hold it. Got one hand out there and pulled it in, but it's incomplete.
The bootleg we just saw from Scott Mitchell is a big part of the offensive attack from Orlando. We'll see that play again and again. That's their way of getting outside. They really don't run the football outside well.
39.
3 man.
Well, we know 50 didn't work earlier. Now we're checking 39.
39 is the 2nd and 10 play, or 3rd down and 10 play.
Roll.
4 wideouts. Joe Howard Johnson in motion. Mitchell steps up. A lot of room in front, and here he goes. The slide at the 33. First down. 13-yard pickup for Scott Mitchell. I tell you what, for 6'6", 236, he can move pretty well, John.
He sure can, and he's got this kind of natural athletic ability. And he's also smart enough to say, I'm getting down as fast as I can. But those things drive defensive coordinators crazy. The quarterback that's willing to run the football can really make an important contribution.
They give it to Clack off the right side, and Daryl Clack got it out to the 35-yard line.
41.
That's Bob Meshach, the defensive secondary coach of London. He's calling down to the coordinator saying, call this defense, so this will stop it.
He hopes.
Maybe, yes.
2nd down and 8. And Mitchell will work from the shotgun. They're pointing at Ricky Williams, 56. He's wearing helmet cam. And Mitchell loads and got it to the 45-yard line. First down. Willie Davis.
Yeah, stay with him, baby. Stay with him.
Dedrick Dodge is there, but Davis has the first down.
Again, Scott Mitchell is accurate throwing the football. That ball was right on the money for another first down, and now this patient drive that they executed the first time they had the ball is beginning to take shape again.
They switch receivers at the last instant. Willie Davis comes off, maybe a little shaken up. Stacy Simmons comes in. He's got to do a quick check on that wristband to see what's going on. Nice play fake. Bootleg, got it out. Complete. Another first down. This one's Chris Ford. Knocked out of bounds to the 44-yard line. Give him 11.
Well, we said we were going to see it again, and here it is. This is basically their idea of the sweep play. They're going to run the ball inside, fake the run inside, and roll Scott Mitchell around. He's very accurate, particularly rolling to his left. The short passing game, the quarterback must be accurate. We got a first down.
John, you and I were talking about this today. Most teams run to set up the pass. It's not the case with the Thunder.
Absolutely.
Cover.
Mitchell, 7 of 11 for 79 yards so far, but he has been intercepted once. Daryl Clack. Oh, what a hit by Dodge, but Clack kept on going. Dedrick Dodge put his hat on him, but Daryl Clack did a nice job to get it out to the 36-yard line. Where is Michael Barcam? We haven't seen him lately.
Well, Brad, we started with helmet cam, of course, as you know. Then last week we introduced the Bart cam, which is what I'm now wearing. And we go to John Narciso, who is wearing fan cam. Yes. Now what's the point of fan cam?
It gives the view from the fans' perspective, the view of the game.
Now, what is the view right now for Orlando fans?
Great.
Yeah?
Great.
I like this, Brad, because it can save the company money. You know what I mean? We'll work both angles.
Fan cam just gave you an idea of Scott Mitchell kind of falling down, going back, and throwing one out incomplete, intended for Daryl Clack. That is something else. Those
Scott
are the good
didn't get his feet out of the way fast enough.
Change it. Hold on. What is it?
He got stepped on coming out of there.
47. Scott, 47.
47!
And no doubt fan cam's one of those good fans that Galen Hall talked about. He said sometimes we don't fill this place up, but the ones we get are rowdy. And tonight they have a big crowd on hand as well. 6-0 Orlando, 3rd and 3. They're 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Mitchell, and probably should have run with it that time. Urban Smith closest man to the ball, the cornerback, number 21.
Scott knew that. I'm sure as soon as he threw it, he would like to have had it back. He could have made the first down easily, but he doesn't want to establish too big a rushing average. Start putting in those runs, and he doesn't want that.
So London holds, and that will force Ray Criswell punt. We will say one thing, that Orlando has installed a fake punt this week, and it is a passing play. And I don't know if you do it with 4th and 3. It's not a bad spot on the field. We'll talk more about that when we come back. We got a timeout with 11:49 to go first half. Thunder out in front by 6.
She'll be crazy.
2. Run right.
Rick Andrews, part of the punt team. The special teams huddle here in a punting situation for the Thunder. They've got a 4th down and 3 just outside the London 35. We thought this would be a good spot for a fake punt, but from what we heard from Rick Andrews' helmet, they are going to punt this ball. For the far corner, I think he got too much of it. Whoa, maybe not. It landed on its point. Did it come back? No, touchback. Oh boy, now we're going to have a little brouhaha from the Thunder. They thought they downed it at the 1-foot line. Winfred Bryant down there did a nice job, and that punt of Criswell's had some nice backspin. He'd like a chip shot like that on the golf course.
Would he ever? I think he just stepped on the line when he grabbed the ball. We get a chance to look at it. We'll let you make the judgment. This is a good call or not. We're going to get a real look at it here. The ball comes down. The ball actually hit the line, it looks like to me. He has possession of the ball. No, it hits the line right there. That ball went down and hit the line.
That's as close as you can get it. Here's another look.
That's in the end zone
hit
right
the line there.
That's a touchback there.
It hit the line twice. Good call by the officials. First down, London from their own 20. McNair runs out of there with it. Got about 3, and the ball came loose, but I think he's been downed at the 24-yard line. They blew it dead. Willie Wyatt and Robert Pressberry got enough of McNair to bring him down.
The Orlando corners are really pressing the wide receivers of London. London's going to have to either get the ball up behind them deep or find a way to get that, because anything short is going to be contested by the corners.
There's one of those corners, Malcolm Frank, who's had his hands on the football a couple of times and not been able to hold on. 2nd and 6, London from its own 24. That's Garrett in the slot on the right side. Alexander finally found a little running room, and he might get a first down. It's going to be very close, maybe a foot short. Witkowski and Andrews in on the tackle, and Rick Andrews with helmet cam was directing traffic before this and then got in on the tackle.
We get a look at Ricky Andrews now. Andrews play the linebacker position. He's trying to tell everybody where to go.
Draw!
He called the right play, and he got in on the tackle, but Alexander got it out very close to a first down. It's 3rd down and about a foot. Good call, Rick. You knew what was coming.
You know, part of the job the linebackers have, they're like quarterbacks on defense. They have to anticipate by the formations, by the field that they have, what's coming. He had a pretty good idea there, but the London people got off the ball, and they gave themselves a chance for a 3rd and short.
3rd down, less than a yard.
85! Red 81! Come down, Paul. Red 81! Bobby!
Well, now it's not going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Dave Harbour, the tight end, took off early.
Well, I think he was changing the play on the line of scrimmage then, and, you know, he probably would have been better served just to go with what he had. Every once in a while, quarterbacks can outthink themselves.
5-yard penalty.
Change the play, then the starting count slipped away from them all, and then the tight end went offside. Now he's 3rd and 6.
The other thing on that, John, Harbour had just come in for Ray Wilsey because Popson, the normal tight end, had limped off on the last play, so he came in maybe a little over-anxious, trying to become part of things, and there you look at Popson out on the sideline, and they're checking over the lower leg. 3rd down and almost 6. McNair. Nice job defensively by Ephraim Thomas. Tony Sargent, the intended receiver. Thomas made a great play from his free safety spot.
Again, the ball was on the money. As his receivers got to do a better job of coming back for the ball, but that was an outstanding defensive play. Ricky Anderson from helmet cam gets a look right at it. Oh, that's a nice job. Ephraim Thomas just did what you're supposed to do and exactly the way you're supposed to do it.
Ellsbury into punt. Again, a 10-man front for the Thunder. There's a spot where you bring some heat, and they bring it. A nice punt to get it out of there, and Joe Howard Johnson calls a fair catch and takes it back at the 33-yard line. Good kick under some pressure of 42 yards. 9:38 to go first half here at the Citrus Bowl. Still the Thunder by 6. There's a guy in the middle at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers called Sergeant Rock. Floyd Peters, defensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, over with a contingent from Tampa. He's got a red shirt there.
Yep. Brad, that guy can teach pass rush. I've never seen any team that he's coached that didn't rush the passer really well.
Mitchell got it out to Titley. And to the 41-yard line before Dedrick Dodge, who was holding on for dear life, can help bring him down.
Again, this team executes this bootleg as well as any team in football, Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm sure the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will now go to it a lot. But Scott Mitchell is very good at it. It's a big part of their game.
Outside double.
Second down at 2. Mitchell 8 out of 14 so far in the night. Gives it off on a long handoff to Vick, who got the 2 yards and then some and ran over Ricky Williams. And Ricky's going to give us, oh, we got a penalty marker down. Let's wait and see.
Well, it's the umpire again, so it's holding.
Thank you. Been doing it all game.
You got to love a polite linebacker. Thank you. Oh. And somewhere in there, a holding.
10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Ed Hockley, our referee tonight, and Ricky Williams, you heard him say thank you. They've been doing it all night.
Well, that's part of the being polite to the official. Hope that he helps you the next time.
Did you thank those guys on good calls?
I thanked them every time. I thanked them sometimes on bad calls if they went my way.
30, huh?
Second down and 12. And now from the shotgun with just under 9 minutes to go in the half, Mitchell will work with 4 wide receivers.
Wide! Hot!
Mitchell and out to the 39-yard line, complete to Joe Howard Johnson.
We saw a receiver come back to the football and the ball thrown a little early compared to London, who's throwing the ball a little later. Here's kind of a zone pass defense. Joe Howard Johnson sees it, comes back to it. The ball gets there before the defenders do.
Almost everything Orlando does is underneath like that.
And the ball comes out of the quarterback's hands quickly.
Third down at 2.
Okay.
Run. Roger Vick, the single setback. I don't know. Going to be close.
I think he's short. I think he also fumbled the ball, which may get a less advantageous placement.
Ricky Williams again in on the tackle. They're going to take a look at this one. Close enough to measure.
They gave him a hell of a spot.
Yeah, that spot was a good spot. We're going to look at it. He fumbles the football. You see him coming off tackle. A good block by Cunningham, controls his man. Linebacker just comes up, and Ricky, that's clearly a fumble. And when things are going good, they're going good. The ball comes right to him, and he gets the first down.
And again, the spot may have been a pretty good one. Galen Hall likes it. Ray Wilsey doesn't.
48.
Galen last year on the left side, the head coach here. This year, last year, offensive coordinator for the Thunder. And Ray Wilsey, as we told you last year, defensive coordinator for the Monarchs. So a couple of first-year head coaches in the World League.
Where's the waggle?
We'll watch for the waggle, too, from the 43-yard line on first down. There it is. On the play fake. Mitchell, got to get rid of it. Boy, did Ricky Williams let him have it after he let go of the football.
Well, the waggle and the bootleg are the same plays, really, different names. Scott Mitchell got out there and they covered everybody. We're going to look at Ricky Williams make a play here, travel the distance. Watch the fake now. Now he comes back, sees it. Oh. That's what football is, folks. That was a great shot.
I tell you what, we are going to have a battle for the Edge Helmet Cam play of the game tonight because we got a couple of keepers already, and we are not to halftime. 7:32 to go in the half.
Ricky Williams is definitely all helmet cam so far.
I guess so. 2nd and 10. Mitchell steps up, fires over the middle. Got it to midfield. Short of the first down by a couple of yards. Joe Howard Johnson, his favorite receiver, in on the grab. And let's check in with Michael Barkan.
Mascot central on the sidelines, Brad. On the extreme right is Thor. On the extreme left, the medicine man. And, of course, my favorite is Thunderdog. Which one of you guys is the official mascot?
Thor, the god of thunder.
What do you say to that medicine man? Who's the official?
The man, the spirit in sports.
Oh, and Thunderdog, you just don't talk. All right. He's heard the bark cam before. Back to you.
3rd down. Almost 3 to go from the gun. Mitchell. Oh, did he get leveled by Lockett? Scott's been hit a couple times this series, and it's punting time for the Thunder.
That London defense does not look like the 10th best defense in this league.
Sure
They're
don't.
playing with enthusiasm, and they're contesting every play, and that's good to see. We're liable to have a close football game.
Andy Lockett, who led the league in sacks last year, limped off a little bit after that collision with Scott Mitchell. Nice punt. A great punt. Out at the 5. Exactly what Ray Criswell was hoping for. 45 yards and knocks it out of bounds. The Monarchs buried in a hole when we come back, but they still trail by only 6. That's the view the Monarchs have as they huddle in their own end zone, trailing by 6 and working from their own 5-yard line.
Brad, they've had 4 penalties on offense. If they can just get some rhythm, they can move this football and maybe getting something positive happen for them.
Alexander, the single setback, gets the call and barely made back to the line of scrimmage. Let's look back to the last play before the punt defensively by Ricky Williams.
We're going to get a look at a linebacker, how to play this position. You can see here how important the eyes are. Watch, he moves towards the fake, realizes that the quarterback is keeping the ball, now has a dead eye on that quarterback. Watch him close this distance, and you can see the quarterback getting very nervous and getting knocked right on his whatever that was he got. And look, he look like a linebacker. He's got that kind of look. Says, man, don't go near me.
2nd down and almost 10, and McNair from his own end zone in trouble. Throw short to Alexander, and he made something out of it. Got it out to about the 12-yard line. While Dunbar pressuring McNair in the end zone.
Well, if they can put another play together, they need a first down desperately here to get them some room. 3rd down and 3. Kind of like the way Fred McNair is playing so far. He's moving well, and he seems to be accurate with the ball.
Blue 85! Blue 85!
Fred's looking at a 3rd and 3. Got rid of it to Garrett. First down. To the 19-yard line. Let's listen to George Warhop, the offensive coordinator for the Monarchs.
Near right, Z opposite, 14 lead draw. Let's go middle right, Z opposite, 14 lead draw. On 1, ready?
First down run. It's a lead draw to the tailback now, Alexander. Quarterback's just going to bring the ball back to him.
Blue 85!
They're calling it out on
Blue
defense.
85!
There it is, Alexander. Make it Waters, excuse me, Mal Waters. Alexander was the lead blocker, and none of it worked anyway because Malcolm Frank knew what was coming, and he's had quite a game from his cornerback position so far.
Blizzard or scattered? Ribbon. Let's go twins left, Liz. Excellent. Let's go twins. Let's go actually half left, Liz, 826. Let's go half left, Liz, 826, flat charge on 1, ready?
Liz is the protection. 826 is the pattern. Flat choice is what he's asking Judge Garrett to run the back.
Blue 25.
3 wide receivers. 2nd and 16. McNair got it out, and Sargent hauled it in. Nice catch. He stayed with it. Tony had his hands on it, bobbled it for a moment, and then found the handle and got out of bounds.
As Fred McNair gets more comfortable, you see he's getting rid of the ball a little sooner. That ball's out of there to the receiver, accurately thrown. A little excitement for us that Tony Sargent bobbled it just so we could show him on a replay. He knew he's got that one all the way. Nice throw, nice pattern, nice catch.
And a 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Monarchs. Man open, got it to him, and again it's Tony Sargent, and it's good enough for a 1st down. So they keep the drive alive, and the Monarchs trying to get something going here with 3:10 left 1st half. They trail by 6.
Let's go twins right, 22 cut.
Hold up, man.
Twins right, 22 cut is a run.
Twins right, 22. Twins right, 22 cut. 1st down, ready? No, one. Andy. Twins right, Andy.
Now let's see if they go 1st sound or if they go on 1.
Run, Blue, run.
Tough run. Out to the 37-yard line for Jeff Alexander.
Good run by Jeff Alexander. He was hit right on the line of scrimmage and kept his legs going. If we get a look at this, you'll see how important it is for the legs to keep going and when a runner is hit. Watch him now. He gets hit immediately. The nose man, boom. Watch his legs. They're going. Oh, that's a good run. That's a big-time run right there for about 6 yards.
And it is 2nd down and 4. They got 6, as John said. McNair with time, threw high, and almost had it intercepted. Glenn Rogers had his hand on it. If the Thunder had held on to the ones that had been in their gloves tonight, they'd have about 3 interceptions. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Actually, 1:57 left in the half. 6-0 Orlando.
Toys hand. Ohio. I mean, if you over there by yourself.
The London Monarch huddle. Paul Baradelli looks like he's dancing to the music here during the timeout.
Well, London now has in the 2-minute drill now. They've got 2 timeouts left.
3 choice has on 1, ready?
Scat right is the pass protection. He's going to throw a drop-back pass.
And he's got 5 yards to pick up on 3rd down.
You got to go 25. No, Tony, go.
McNair pumps and got it to the 47-yard line. 1st down to Bernard Ford. Pick up of 17.
Got a strong arm.
He sure does.
He had no body in that throw at all. He'd kind of gotten his weight forward, and he just kind of recharged it and flicked it out there.
Ford to the 46-yard line, and they go with a hurry-up offense as you get another look at that successful pass play. The 1st down right there for the London Monarchs. Clock running, 1:45. Blitz coming from the corner. Intercepted. Malcolm Frank's been around the ball all night. He's had his hands on it twice before, and this time Malcolm says, I'm taking this baby the other way.
Well, he got blitzed that time, and he saw the blitz, and he tried to get to the receiver he was supposed to. He was just out of balance on his back foot. Threw the ball late, got it picked off. Those are the things that when you're not in there playing quarterback that have a way of sneaking up on you.
3rd interception of the year. Number 20, Malcolm Frank. You get a good look at him right there.
That guy being in your face like that. Also, now you go to.
Well, that's the truth. Can't have a guy in your face like that trying to throw the ball. Now Orlando rather, with 1:35 left to work. Mitchell goes underneath. Out to midfield and close to a 1st down. Joe Howard Johnson maybe close enough to look at this one.
Going to measure, yeah.
Clock stops on first downs in the final couple of minutes. 1:27 left in the half.
Orlando's got 3 timeouts. London gave him far too much room on that play. They've got to contest this drive now. They can't back way off and let Orlando work its way down there and get points.
When they were working for, they hoped at least a field goal chance of their own, and they really don't want to give up more points to the Thunder before halftime. They got the first down right at the midfield stripe. Mitchell going deep. Bell got his hands on it but couldn't drag it in. Irvin Smith, number 21 there with Grannis Bell. Good looking play by both parties, just not quite.
And a well-thrown ball. That ball had a chance. He put it up in the air. See, Bell's got him by a step, and that ball's led properly to him. A little bit of a hold there that we won't count.
Irvin got the right hand in right there on the pad. That was a great look at what could have been a penalty and isn't. 2nd and 10. 5 wide receivers right now for Scott Mitchell. Not a lot of help back there in the backfield with him, though. Joe Howard Johnson on the run inside the 40. Down to the 36. First down, Thunder. 14-yard pass play.
Again, they gave him just too much room that time. It was too easy. They backed off and gave him about a 15-yard completion without really contesting it.
At the 36-yard line, first down. And now the Thunder closing in on at least field goal territory with 62 seconds left first half. They lead 6-0. Again, a 5 wide receiver group for left-handed Scott Mitchell. Goes short across the middle to Davis, and a nice open field tackle right in his tracks. Dedrick Dodge, who's been in on a lot of stoppers tonight.
That's what they need to do. They need to make risk, let them throw deep.
Timeout.
That's the short pass.
Galen Hall looking for more points. Takes a timeout with 46 seconds left in the half.
46 seconds.
So our lab guys wanted me to explain the advanced formula in new Rain Dance car polish. I told them, hey, forget that. Just show how easy it is to wipe off. They said no. They'd rather show how new Rain Dance lasts longer than those once-a-year polishes. Something about this special ingredient makes water beat up better longer. I said, nah, show the car. They said no, maybe the bottle. I said car. They said bottle. New Rain Dance. Hey, you can't argue with science. You'll find advanced formula Rain Dance at these fine stores.
A lot of women find my looks intimidating. Do you?
My mother makes the best brisket.
There I was in the Congo.
Why is a good man so hard to find?
Just a minute, okay? Why ask why? Try Bud Dry. It's dry brewed, not watered down. To drink light, yet satisfy completely. So while men aren't perfect,
You finished up?
at least refreshment is.
The World League on USA is being brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. By the Sports Extra Scoreful. Fast, accurate, and dependable. The Sports Extra Scoreful. And by reliable, efficient Train air conditioning. It's hard to stop a train.
With John Robinson and Michael Barkan and all those crazy fans in the green out there, I'm Brad Nessler back at the Citrus Bowl, Orlando, Florida, where the Thunder lead 6-0. It's 2nd down and 7. We eavesdropped on the defensive huddle during the timeout, John.
You cover. Well, I think they're going to come. A little uncertain about who's got who here.
Dan Crossman calling the defense from the secondary. Mitchell from the gun. Here comes that blitz. Mitchell over the middle. Wide open is Johnson. Nice move inside the 20. Down to the 12-yard line.
Time out again.
22 yards. 66 yards on 6 catches for Joe Howard Johnson, who was wide open over the middle.
Well, the confusion that we saw there, they weren't sure who had him, and obviously nobody has him. He gets in the middle and say, man, I got a shot. In the end zone, you look, it's surprising this isn't a touchdown. There's nobody anywhere near. The back judge is the closest guy to him. Stands in the spot a little too long, and they get to drag him down.
Well, now,
Danny Lockett gets back there and makes a play.
Unless the Thunder make a mistake here, they're going to have at least another opportunity for 3 more points.
Coverage on the empty
by leaving the
Coming up, our Budweiser halftime report. Michael Barkett will profile on Galen Hall. We'll have highlights of the first half. We'll update you on the other game going on tonight. At last report, the Sacramento Surge was shutting out the Frankfurt Galaxy as they search for a playoff berth in the World League second season. Right now, the Orlando Thunder, already in the playoffs at 6-1, have moved it to the 12-yard line of the Monarchs. 1st and 10. And there's your timeouts remaining. 5 wide receiver offense again for Scott Mitchell. Mitchell throws out. Joe Howard Johnson, another catch, another nice move, and down to the 3-yard line.
They have one timeout left. They're going to try to get the ball snapped, not use that timeout.
It's been the Joe Howard Johnson show on this drive. Mitchell might toss this one down just to stop the clock with 17 seconds left.
Well, they still have one timeout that they can use, 17 seconds, which gives them some flexibility. They can try to run on first down and take the timeout, then throw. What they'll probably do is come back with 2 passes.
It's empty, Galen. I think go 82 again.
82. All right, there's the call.
8 left. You can do it, Scott. 8 left.
I thought Scott was looking for a running back. He still doesn't have one out there.
He's all right. He got tripped over there.
82. Red 82. Red 82. 5-0.
3rd down, a yard. They can get a first down inside the 2-yard line. But right now, they're obviously thinking end zone. They got 5 wide receivers out there. Mitchell over the middle, knocked down, almost intercepted by Ricky Williams. And Ricky can probably help us read the letters on that football, but he couldn't hold on.
We should see the helmet cam on that one coming right at him. Ricky, they're played zone, and there just wasn't any play to throw. Watch now, Ricky Williams just keeps his eye on the quarterback. He's sitting in a perfect spot. Receivers coming to him. Here comes the ball, Ricky.
Oh, Ricky. Oh, Ricky. I think you heard Ricky rather emphatically say, it hit me right in the hands.
Look at that ball bouncing down there, man, oh man.
Here's a field goal unit in. And again, the snaps to the holder have been a sore spot. This one's clean, and the kick is too. Bennett knocks it through. 21-yard field goal with 9 seconds left in the half. You got to give London at least credit for holding on and not allowing a touchdown. They're still only trailing by 9.
Well, they just haven't been able to put together a sequence on offense where we would have a 2-point game or maybe even an even game. The blitzing has hurt them. McNair that time coughed up an interception where they could have gotten points because the blitz hurried his throw and he just threw it behind the receiver, and then Orlando was able to work it down. The 5 wide receiver concept for Orlando really unsettled London's defense on that drive.
Galen Hall, we'll hear from him at halftime, just 9 seconds away. Former Florida coach, former AP Coach of the Year. Had a great couple of seasons back in the mid-'80s with the Gators when they went 17-1-1. And obviously very well known in this part of the country. Let's take one more look at Ricky Williams wearing helmet cam and watching what would have been an end zone interception go by the boards.
Well, you can see how just what a marvelous shot this is. Ricky's in the right place. The receiver's coming to him. And he said, my God, I am the receiver.
Here's an onside kick, and London covered it well. So the Thunder has given one opportunity to the Monarchs here. Nice job by Ron Shipley, the tackle, to cover that onside kick. And out the 49-yard line, London's got a shot.
Now, if they can get a completed pass and get the clock stopped, why Orlando did this, I will not, I'm not sure what the thought process was there. Maybe just to give London a chance to get back in the game.
Is it possible that Bennett wanted to line drive that thing and just flat missed it? It didn't look like he had guys going down to try to cover it. Now McNair with a chance. Final seconds and going deep. He's got a gun and he laid it out there and it's intercepted. Glenn Rogers tracked that one down. And that ends the first half.
Here's the ball just thrown deep. He puts it on the line. The receiver just can't get there. This guy's got a gun, though. He can throw that football. That was a line shot.
That's the 4th interception of the year for Rodgers. And let's talk to the trailing coach, Ray Wilsey, with Michael Barkan.
Coach, 10th ranked defense, and you're playing pretty good D against the top-rated offense, but you're not getting points.
Well, that's been one of our problems this year. We haven't scored enough, and we play hot and cold.
What are you going to do, adjustments for the second half?
Well, we'll have to go in and talk about it a little bit and see what mistakes we made. We'll try to get them straightened out and come back and get more offense going.
Thoughts on McNair and how he's playing at quarterback?
I think he's doing quite well.
All right, thanks, Coach. Brad?
All right, thanks, guys. Too many penalties on that club. But Ricky Williams, who's wearing a helmet cam, is keeping London in it. They trail 9-0 at the break. We'll be back.
$49 a month. Offer ends May 18th.
The Budweiser Halftime Report is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
Halftime, the Thunder leading the Monarchs 9-0 here in Orlando. Last year, the Thunder 5-5 didn't make the playoffs. After a strong start, they fizzled. But right now, Galen Hall's got them as North American East champions. And let's meet the head coach of the Orlando Thunder with Michael Barkan.
I think a good coach is someone who is able to adapt to the players and to the situations that they've been dealt.
He lets the team run the team. He let the guys who are going to be the leaders that stand up kind of like take control, and when he needs to say something, he'll say something.
He's a winner. He's a winner. You know, he presents things to his players. He's a player's coach. And he goes out, he shows us how to win, and we go out and execute for him.
He's a player's coach. Well, what does that mean? A guy who's a communicator? Someone who's a proven winner. Perhaps more importantly, though, a man who's earned the respect of his team. Here in Orlando, they sum it all up in 2 words: Galen Hall.
If you go and try to project yourself as someone you're not, these young people today are intelligent enough to see a con. And I don't think you can go out and con people. I really don't. I think you have to be yourself. I think you have to be honest with them, be truthful with them, and be fair with them.
When we're playing poorly, he's going to tell us. And when we're playing good as a team, he's going to tell us. And he's not the type of coach who, you know, is going to blow smoke at you. I mean, he's going to shoot you straight forward, and he's going to be honest.
For Galen Hall, being a player's coach makes personnel decisions that much more difficult. Prior to the season, he benched number 12, quarterback Kerwin Bell, who had played for him at Florida, in favor of number 19, Scott Mitchell, an enhancement player from the Miami Dolphins.
When I told Kerwin, it was very difficult on him and myself. But again, Kerwin's a competitor. He wants to play. I know that. It's one of the decisions I felt that I had the 2 best quarterbacks in the league.
But Coach Hall, he made the decision. Right now we're 6-1. He's coaching. He's doing a good job coaching his team. And you know, I'm in a situation right now that I don't want to be in, but I've learned now that to help this team, I got to be ready to play. If something happens to Scott or they need me, I got to be ready as the backup to go out and help this team win.
Sometime as an individual, you got to say, hey, this isn't best for the football team. This isn't best for the business. I've got to make this decision, and it's a very tough decision, but you have to make it.
He's not a strict guy with him. He said, I'm going to treat you like men as long as you react to me like men. If you don't, then I'm going to have to change some rules. And right now he hasn't had to change any rules.
He'll let you be yourself, and he'll let you do your thing to a point, and then it goes back to, you know, hey, you're messing up, or you guys aren't practicing like you should be, or you're not ready to play, and he'll point that out to you, and he's just honest with you.
Last year, it was a new year, a new league. I mean, you've got people that hadn't played in a couple of years in this league. We had no closeness. We had no feeling, hey, we're the Orlando Thunder. Let's be a great organization. I think this year there's more unity. People are realizing, I know our players are realizing, they're enjoying it here. They enjoy Orlando. They're proud to be a part of this football team. You set your goals high, really high. You know, I mean, just set them up there where you can hardly reach them. And if that's your goal and you almost get it, you're pretty darn good. And our goal is to go to the World Bowl.
will our new lightning blade actually make your job as easy as this? Well, lightning stays sharp longer, cuts easier than the blade you're using, or your money back.
We were all tied up on the Delacroix case, unable to identify the mystery blonde. Luckily, Louis was back. A Freedom Zoom camera.
With Minolta's unique eye start, Freedom starts zooming before it even meets your eye. So, when you can't get to the picture, Freedom zooms the picture to you. And fast. Shoot!
Look at this. It's our secretary. Looks like she takes more than dictation.
Americans choose the freedom to zoom.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
They're tiny portraits of a people with personalities as varied as our own. They sing of our heroes, echo with our history. There are as many reasons to love stamps as there are people who love them. These are stamps worth saving. Ask for the baseball stamp at your post office now.
In Orlando at halftime at the Citrus Bowl, the Orlando Thunder out in front of the London Monarchs, 9-0, as they got a touchdown on their opening drive. Welcome back, everybody. Brad Nessler and John Robinson. An impressive opening drive for the Orlando Thunder, but you got to give the London Monarchs defense credit, John. They're keeping them in the ballgame. 9-0 is not too bad.
Orlando came out and looked like they were just going to keep the ball for the rest of the night and score every time they had it. Had a great drive, ended it with a quarterback sneak for a touchdown. But since then, London's come back. Here you see the end of the great drive. Quarterback sneak for a touchdown. We're going to get a look at it from a helmet cam. You see Ricky Williams coming in there on that shot. Now let's look at it from Ricky Williams' perspective.
And we'll have a listen as well. Scott Mitchell paid the price, but he got the yard to cap an 80-yard march in 15 plays. 6-0 after a botched extra point attempt.
Here again, linebacker doing his job. Let's watch and listen as Ricky Williams recognizes the bootleg, responds to it, and gives a real lick to Scott Mitchell.
Now, if you think Ricky Williams had Scott Mitchell in his crosshairs, think of what he thought later, just before half, with this pass that could have been intercepted in the end zone.
This is down close to the goal line, zone pass defense. Ricky Williams is doing everything perfect. He gets a glance, sees a receiver coming in, holding his position, eyes on the quarterback. He goes, oh my gosh, he's throwing me the ball. Oh, no. Now watch his hands come up to his head here, saying, oh, please.
What a great shot. Ricky Williams.
3 points.
It really did.
A nice play and great camera work.
But the Monarchs have given up only 9 points, and we'll see now if the London offense can get in gear. Only 108 yards in that first half. Fred McNair's been intercepted twice. He's going to have to get in gear, and they'll see if they can get their running game going as well. We'll find out when we come back.
Take a look at this.
Home service and a location nearest you. Call Elegant Entries at 1-800-482-6900.
Never compromise when your family's safety is at stake.
The Budweiser Halftime Report has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
Kenny?
Nice to have you along with us on this Saturday night on USA Network in our World League coverage, Week 8. And already the Orlando Thunder in the playoffs. We know that as North American East champions. They've won 5 straight. They've got the lead here as we are set for the third quarter. London Monarchs will get the football first. Ricky Williams out there on the kick return team for the Monarchs. Really no reason for the Monarchs to panic right now, John. 9 points is not that much.
No, if they can, you know, just eliminate the offensive errors, handle the blitz, continue to get a rhythm, and get a break or two. You know, sometimes when you're in one of those losing streaks, the breaks don't come. But if they're patient, a couple will come for them, and we'll have a close ball game.
Bennett's kick goes to McManus at the 2. Curtis McManus trying to follow his blockers, but a great job on the special teams, playing through Kevin Guidry, playing through his blocker to make the tackle. So the Monarchs will work just outside their own 20 at the 21, and here comes Fred McNair. He was intercepted twice in the first half, one right at the end of the second quarter. There's his numbers from the first half.
So deuce left, 23 cut on 1, ready?
23 cut now is just a play right at him, which is the kind of running that has been effective for them so far in this ball game. When they just line up and say, here we come,
he's coming out.
Running inside on Orlando, they've done well. Referees don't want to start this one.
Right. Andy.
Rick Andrews calling the defensive signals for the Thunder.
Andy, two. We got draw. Blue, 85.
Single setback is Jeff Alexander. Up the middle. Got about 2 and a flag now. Carl Dunbar on the tackle.
That was the air right away that has jumped up and bitten them again. Holding penalty. That's the 4th holding penalty. That's too many holding penalties to call in a game.
Statistically, the first half possession time relatively even. Orlando had a little bit longer. But Orlando in London territory, 4 of their 5 possessions. You see the passing yards for Scott Mitchell, 161. Nice third down conversion. And a couple of turnovers for London, both interceptions thrown by McNair. As John said, the penalties have really been the key stat. And they're the most penalized team in the World League. Tonight, 5 for 40. And 4 of those have been holding calls.
Now they've got the ball first and 20 deep in their territory. This is where disaster starts.
Blue 25.
This is an awful spot for a young quarterback. Throws short to Alexander, who got around one man and got out to the original line of scrimmage, almost. To the 20-yard line. Carl Dunbar in on another tackle.
Yep. All right, give me a call here.
You want to go near left, 826.
Regular.
Near left, 826. Near left is the formation.
Liz, 826.
826 is the pattern.
Near left, Liz, 826. Flat choice on 1, ready?
Flat choice tells the backs what they can do. So the wide receivers are running an 8 and a 6. Tight ends running a 2 out in the flat.
Blue 25.
They need 11 on second down. Another flag down. Across the middle, almost intercepted again by Glenn Rogers. I'm telling you, McNair put some velocity on that ball, but it'll be a motion call against the Monarchs. So another penalty, and right after they get back 9 of the yards they lost in the holding call, they get 5 more for a motion.
Well, they're very unsettled by Orlando faking the blitz. You notice the Orlando linebacker stepping up in there, causing them to change some assignments or just basically intimidate them before the ball center.
Paul Baradelli's got 2 penalties on this possession. The left guard.
A little bit rattled at the moment.
Monarchs 5 for 8 and good down,
Andy.
Penalty decline, 3rd and 11.
Okay, man. You gonna get ahead of them. Blue 25. Blue 25.
McNair stands in, goes over the middle, got his man. Across the 40 to the 43 is Tony Sargent. First down and a pickup of 23.
He had great protection that time, and he took advantage of it. He was very patient, looked, found Tony Sargent wide open in the middle. Watch the protection now. He's got everybody under control. He just stands there. He doesn't get his body into many throws, and he doesn't use his feet particularly well, but he's accurate with the ball. Tony Sargent makes a nice jump, leaping catch. Nice job.
Now the Monarchs show a 4-receiver offense with Judd Garrett right there in the left of your screen on a wing. Talk about reading it right. Dan Cilio, the left inside tackle, met Jeff Alexander before he got back to the line.
They blitzed, obviously, and they've timed the blitz very well. They've got a rhythm on the starting count. That's why quarterbacks want to change starting count so that blitz doesn't come. Watch them just kind of hit it as the ball snapped. Had a missed blocking assignment. Right guard saying, there's too many guys coming over my area here.
New left guard, James Harper, in as Baradelli went off for London. It's 2nd and 13. Here they come again. Look out.
Incomplete pass.
Ephraim Thomas with a free safety blitz.
Again, when those blitzes work, defensive coordinators say, hey, why not come again? And that's what's happened.
42 double Sally.
That's Pete Kuharczyk, the defensive secondary coach, sending the play into Rick Andrews, the inside linebacker.
Here you see there's just one too many coming off. The quarterback doesn't recognize it, doesn't hurry the throw, and they're coming again. I think he called another blitz.
This is
quarterback got to take this on the first down and get back there before this blitz.
This is somewhat unlike the Thunder, but it's working for him. So here they come on 3rd and 13. Out to midfield. Nice catch by Sargent again. A little bit short of the first down, a couple yards short.
They're going to just keep coming until he beats them, which he did that time. They took the starting count a little faster, and that blitz wasn't as well timed. He got enough chance to get the ball off.
John, this is what the New York, New Jersey Knights did defensively last week against the Monarchs, and it worked for them. And obviously, the Thunder said if it worked for the Knights, maybe it'll work for us.
And that's what they have to solve if they're going to have a chance to win this game. That's got to be the #1 question that is dealt with on the sideline.
Ellsbury to punt. Joe Howard Johnson back inside his 15-yard line. Johnson will take this one from the 16. And given ground to try to get some. And it didn't work for him. He lost yardage after a 33-yard kick. -3 for Joe Howard Johnson, trying to make something happen on the return. 11-17 to go third quarter. It is still the Thunder 9, the Monarchs nothing.
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Cuts clean through your thirst, never leaves you flat. Outshining all the others, that's what Bud Light has.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. Clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud Light shining. Everything else is just a light.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Have you ever wanted to call the play? Well, now's your chance because you're the coach. Play the game. Make the big call. Be the game-winning coach. Call now. You can show the coaches how to do it. Use your best strategy to win the big game. You call the play. Now that's how to call a play. If you know football, call 1-900-773-2255. $2.69 per minute, adults only.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. With 6 rich lubricants for less irritation. You've got the edge.
Introducing Tire Foam from Armor All. One spray, and even old tires look great. Kind of makes you wish we made car foam. New Tire Foam from Armor All.
What a night in Central Florida. Beautiful. It was 80 degrees at kickoffs, cooled off now. Perfect night for football for the Orlando Thunder and the London Monarchs, and a good crowd on hand to watch the Thunder, who have led from the get-go. 9-0. I don't know if she's really a Monarchs fan or just likes the colors of the uniforms. First down, Orlando from its 13-yard line. Darryl Clack, little quick opening draw, and nice second effort. Got him out to about the 18-yard line. Ricky Williams got a piece of the hit, and Clack bounced off that, picked up about 4 extra yards.
Orlando has started every series just about with the run. They're trying to stay as balanced as they can between the run and the pass. Galen Hall, I'm sure, saying, hey, we need to get some more points in this ball game. They started so fast, and it's not been at that pace since then.
second down at 5. Clack, nothing doing this time. Nice job defensively by Scott Miller, the nose tackle. Coming up tomorrow, Leslie Nielsen flies the wacky skies of Airplane, the USA movie, tomorrow at 2/1 Central. Don't call me Shirley. I love that movie. 10:37 left. We got a penalty marker down. We might have a clip. And Ray Wilsey says, let's take it, boys. Let's take it as close to the Orlando goal line as we can.
Again, you get the feeling that something has gone out of Orlando. That first touchdown might have been too easy for them because they have not produced much since then. I'm sure Galen's given that some thought.
Here's a call.
Personal foul, crackback Black on the offense, number 86. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat second down.
Crackback block on wide receiver Willie Davis.
That means a receiver set outside the offensive tackle cannot come back in and block below the waist. Clipping is normally defined as blocking from behind, but in this instance, the crackback means you cannot block below the waist.
Next time we get them,
trying to save some knees out there. Second down and 14 for Scott Mitchell.
Both of them, right?
China 53! China 53! Why? Hut!
From his own end zone. Maybe. And that ball almost picked off by Smith. Boy, they were coming after Mitchell. Scott did a good job just to get rid of the ball.
It could have been a safety. He was standing on his own goal line. He scrambled. He's big enough to scramble out of there, and he can manage just to keep his eyes down the field. I like that about him. Here you see there's pressure coming right now. There's a twist stunt that they don't pick up. He's got that ball hanging out there near his goal line. A little scary. This is when you want to throw it away. He almost gives up an interception.
Third down and 14. With 4 wide receivers. Mitchell again from his own goal line. Lays it out long. Incomplete. Nice coverage, stride for stride. Irvin Smith out there with Grannis Bell. And the London Monarchs do their job on defense. Now they're going to force a punt from the end zone by Criswell.
You can feel the confidence in the London defense. They feel they can cover these people. They're doing a good job, and they're starting to put pressure on Mitchell. Mitchell is throwing the ball, leaning back, knows that he's going to get hit after. London's done an outstanding job of stopping.
Criswell, not a good punch. But he got a good roll. Going to go out near midfield. This is going to be the best starting position for the London Monarchs all night long. They will be in Thunder territory. 9 minutes, 52 seconds left third quarter. Still 9-0 Orlando. But the Monarchs have got a good spot to work from when we come back.
Well, you're stuck here.
Where is here?
This is Lake Edna.
Lake Edna?
Hammer.
Wait a minute. Sound like it's gonna be another one of those.
Isn't that? Sure looks like it. That's that new KFC honey barbecue chicken.
Yo, this is one of those records when the
KFC honey barbecue fried chicken. Something new in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
PC Richard & Son is your JVC camcorder headquarters. Macro autofocus, power zoom, shoots in low light, easy to use, and JVC cassettes play in your VHS VCR. Right now, get this JVC camcorder for an incredible $499. 90 days, no interest with a PC Richard credit card. Apply today. For JVC camcorders, come to PC Richard & Son, the video giant.
Tomorrow morning, start the day right with WOR Radio, 710 a.m. WOR Radio with John Gambling.
Good morning, everybody. This is John Gambling, and it's
Plus
time
a
to go
news, sports, weather, and traffic team that's second to none. WOR Radio with Joan Hamburg. Consumer information, best buys, and bargains. At WOR Radio, we know all about mornings. We've been on the job longer than anybody else. WOR Radio, 710 a.m. Your information source.
There's been a fire at Stoney's dock. Stoney was murdered.
It took an unforgivable crime to reunite them. Chrome Soldiers on USA tomorrow night at 7.
Ricky Williams on the sideline trying to walk off what looks like maybe either a hamstring or a lower back problem. He went out earlier, but boy, is he giving us some thrills tonight with helmet cam attached to that linebacker. And now the Monarchs in Orlando territory to start this drive at the 49. Trailing 9-0. Alexander trying to sweep the left side. Got about 5. Let's check in with Michael Barkan. Mike.
With a man who's missed his first start as a World Leaguer, quarterback Stan Gelbaugh, and what have they told you as the reason for the benching?
Well, they pretty much said, you know, we're going to go with Fred because the only thing left for me to do really is get injured, you know. So I think they're just kind of protecting me, giving me a little break for, you know, for this fall.
I'm sure Seattle appreciates that.
Well, I think Seattle would like to see me play and get the experience, but I don't think they'd want me to get hurt either. So, you know, it's tough to do both.
Real briefly, put your finger on what's happened to this team last year. You went from World League champs, you were MVP, to 1-5-1 at this point.
Well, I think we lost a lot of key guys, you know, coaches and players, and we just never really found our rhythm this year, you know. We're still making mistakes that we were making back in camp, and you know, we really can't put our finger on one thing. If it was one thing, it'd be easy to fix.
You're still second in the league in passing yardage. Is the World League a memory for you next year, or you might be back?
Well, you know, you never say never, but I don't foresee myself coming back next year.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thanks, Stan. Brad?
Stan Gelbaugh, World League's most valuable player last season. Tonight, no action, and next up, the NFL with Seattle.
There's a look at Judd Garrett making a pretty good block on the linebacker, Ricky Andrews. But again, Andrews came off that block, made the tackle, but Alexander's doing a pretty good job of running the football. On second down now, they've got to be worried about that blitz coming. If they have a solution to that, they can take this football down and score.
That last replay, just one of the many great helmet cam shots that we've given you tonight. Coming up near the end of our game, we'll present tonight's Edge helmet cam play of the game. And John and I may have a harder time picking that than we do the player of the game.
I've never seen a better description of linebacker play than has been presented to us tonight via helmet cam. You really get a sense of what it's really like to play that position.
2nd and 5 at the 44 for London. Trailing by 9. Here comes the blitz. McNair got it out there too far in front of Garrett. That time the blitz picked up fairly well by the Monarchs, but still an incomplete pass. It's 3rd down.
McNair never got his body around to make an accurate throw. The one thing that blitzes do, they don't have to get to the quarterback, but if they force him out of a rhythm, get him where he can't deliver the ball effectively, it has the positive effect they're looking for. They're liable to come again now. They've got to find a solution to this problem.
George Warhop letting off a little steam there. It's 3rd and 5. There's what the Monarchs have done with their 3rd down conversions. They really need one, and maybe they'll get a free one. Movement on both sides. I think Larry Jones, the right guard, is going to end up with the flag, even after it appeared that the Thunder would be the team offside. Unless there was some contact made in that neutral zone, then it would go against Orlando. And I think this one's going against the Monarchs. Another costly penalty at an awful time.
Well, this is just frustrating and ridiculous for this to keep happening to London at this point in the season. They've got to have a solution to it. This is the 6th penalty that they've had.
Offense, right guard, 5-yard penalty. It remains 3rd down.
So now instead of 3rd and 5, it's backed up to the original line of scrimmage, the 49.
They're bringing that same blitz. You don't need to worry about making a firm arm. Okay.
There he's talking to the quarterback, trying to make sure he keeps the quarterback focused on what he has to do. It's really tough on him. He sees all those guys coming. He's got too many problems.
Blue 85.
Here they come. McNair. Incomplete. And a punting situation. 3 and out for the London Monarchs, who waste excellent field position.
Here we see a linebacker blitzing. He's coming off the corner. Rick Andrews now is coming. I think 22 is going to pick him up.
That's
Trying
Judd
to sneak
Garrett.
Inside now. comes right through, boom. There's a collision. Now he's still alive, continuing to put pressure.
Punting situation for the Monarchs. Just got the kick away and hit it a mile in the air. Johnson, fair catch, taken at the 14-yard line. So it's a battle of field position so far here in this third quarter that has 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, and it's still the Thunder by 9.
Also the 50 or the ultimate, the 200.
Sharp.
What you need.
Sharp.
What you need in business today is
Sharp. Sharp thinking about business.
it gives you the world's first desktop
Color fax.
color fax
Sharp. Sharp.
and high-resolution VGA notebook computers that fit in your briefcase.
Sharp. Sharp thinking.
It created the high-performance Master Series copier and our most powerful Wizard electronic organizer.
Sharp thinking.
To be innovative in business, you need
Sharp thinking about business.
Strike.
Counter-Strike, an all-new season on USA, tomorrow night at 10.
Brad Nessler, John Robinson, and Michael Barkan at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida, where the Thunder leads 9-0. Ricky Williams back in there.
Waggle, waggle, waggle. Four. Run.
The Thunder from its own 14-yard line. They give it off to Vick. Roger Vick, former #1 draft choice of the New York Jets, gets it out near the 20-yard line.
Defense led that time by Curtis Moore.
Let's listen to the collision with Ricky Williams and Roger Vick. Wow.
That was a couple of collisions there. The guard got a great initial hit on Williams, and then the ball carrier.
2nd and 4. Vick got into the secondary this time. First down out to the 29-yard line. Dan Crossman and Curtis Moore bring it down, but not before the 240-pounder out of Texas A&M picks up the first down.
Ace! Give it to him. Okay, 34. 34, Scott. 34. 34! Get in there. He's hurt.
34.
It's calling 34, which is a code that everybody looks in their wrist and finds the real play. 34 is we've got 3 wide receivers in the game.
And Darryl Clack is a single setback. On 1st and 10. It's out to Clack in the flat. Followed his blockers and got tagged at the 36-yard line.
It's across the 35-yard
Monarchs
line.
defense certainly not giving up.
Well, they're playing aggressive football and pursuing the ball very well.
42. 42, Scott.
Ken Karcher on the left, Charlie Bailey on the right, up in the booth for Orlando.
Ricky Williams gets a lot of collisions, and he makes, don't you get the feeling, Brad, he makes a lot of tackles right with that face mask.
And it wasn't a penalty marker down. We might have a holding call in Orlando. And Ricky Williams again. And a couple of his last plays have faded to black at the end. That's because he's on the bottom of the pile.
You got me a couple of times. Keep working. There's a good one on you, huh? Pat! Keep working. Pat!
That's kind of the almost camaraderie that goes on between blocker and linebacker.
And Ricky said to Blaine Rose, you got me a couple times.
On the offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
It was Rick Cunningham, though, that was caught with a holding penalty, the left tackle. So that negates that run.
The umpire is dominating this football game. He has had 5 calls in this football game.
You got me on
That's
that
over 50 yards of penalties, and that really negates the offense.
Cut back. No. Nose. Up in the nose.
Ricky, you got to tell that defensive coordinator, let you back in the ball game. You're our main source of entertainment.
2nd down and 7. Football back at the 32. Draw play inside of Clack. Ricky Shaw got a hold of him first and got help from his friends, including Moore and Crossman. And it will be a 3rd down and about 3 upcoming for the Thunder.
Again, the Monarch defense is doing its share. They responded to the draw play, and they got somebody in there.
We're going to stay in 20?
Ricky Shaw's come out of there with an ankle injury.
Shaw's the guy that got Clack wrapped up, and then a wave of Monarch defenders came to help him. John Shannon that's going to come in, and that'll change the look of the Monarchs defense a little bit on this upcoming third down play. I may have said 3rd and 3. It looks closer to 3rd and 2 now after they've spotted it. And there's the yards rushing.
Well, Orlando has a balanced offense. It hasn't been as productive tonight as you would think, but they still are going to run the football enough to give them the chance to keep the other guy balanced. 3rd down and 2, the way they've been running the football, you would expect them to come right out.
There we go, yo.
It's Kerwin Bell on the sideline, who started all last year for the Orlando Thunder, former Florida Gator star, and not too happy with the fact that he's sitting, but he's sitting behind a good quarterback in Scott Mitchell. This is maybe one of the better 1-2 punches at quarterback in the World League. 3rd down along 2, and they will not get the 2. They won't even get 1. Nice job by the London defense again. John Shannon, 71. Steve Kafusi, 75 there for Ray Wilsey's defense. And here comes another Orlando punt.
Well, that's an excellent defensive job. They've kept Orlando backed up in their own territory. They got 2 first downs, but that's the extent of Orlando's offense in this half, is getting the ball from their own 20 down to about their own 38.
Both punters have performed well tonight. Here's Criswell, the punt. Low snap. Got the kick away. This is not a good one. End over end. Let's see if it's handled. It will be from the 21. Good move by Bernard Ford. He got 10 yards on the return. Kind of gutsy to pick that thing up on the hop, but he got it out to the 31-yard line.
Well, let's see if they've solved this blitz problem or not. I hate to keep belaboring it, but it's the coaching responsibility of the London football team, their offensive coaching staff. They need to solve this problem.
5:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Our score remains the same.
I always dream in color.
Ricky Shaw getting retaped and will probably re-enter the next time the Thunder has the ball. Right now, his Monarchs offense out there at the 31-yard line. Good crowd on hand, John. They've talked about the fact this city has gotten about 16,000 average in a very, very big stadium here tonight. We got a great crowd.
And an enthusiastic crowd and enjoying a good football game.
Some hard-hitting defense by both sides tonight. McNair again under pressure. And he will run and get what he can, and it isn't much. Got about 3, maybe 4 before Malcolm Frank almost took his hat off.
On a keeper driven out by Malcolm Frank.
Next week, we've got more World League action for you. Barcelona will take on the New York, New Jersey Knights in the Meadowlands, or some of you will see Ohio and Sacramento have at it. The Surge trying to stay in the top spot in the North American West. There's a do that somebody once called helicopter head on that one of Taylor's haircut. 2nd down and 6. Alexander got 3. Still going to bring up 3rd down situation. Sacramento leading, by the way, in their ball game 37-7 over Frankfurt tonight. So another big offensive display by Dave Archer and the Sacramento Surge offense. Archer may be on his way to Player of the Year honors in the World League with the numbers he's put up. 3rd down and 3 at the 38.
Blue 25! Blue 25!
Straight rush this time, and the Monarchs finally convert a 3rd down. Tony Sargent with the grab and out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
I think there's a penalty flag. It must be a face mask over there on the sideline, so that'll give him at least 5 more.
Ephraim Thomas, the guy that was over there taking out Sargent, and let's see if he's the guy that got his hands in the cage or what the call is. We're going to be able to check our reverse angle and be able to see this, I think.
Here's the quick out throw, the kind of throw they need to do more of.
First down.
Ball's thrown accurately. Hand goes right in there to the face mask.
They call it incidental, a 5-yard penalty, which is going to move the ball outside the 48-yard line.
Brad, do you think a blitz isn't coming here pretty soon?
I tell you what, every time Fred McNair gets back there, he thinks he's got 11 gallons of lime sherbet coming after him. Let's see if they come again.
Here it is, right here.
Here they come. stay in. The knees went down. Tony Sargent.
Great attempt by Tony Sargent. That was almost. They had to give him that one just for the effort.
He sure got it out there, but his knees were on the line as he makes the catch.
We're going to get a look at a great attempt and almost made it. There's Tony staying in. Oh, just that knee slipped over. That was a great job, Tony. You know, London looks surprised when this blitz comes. You know, say, oh my gosh, they're blitzing.
I don't know why it would be a surprise to him.
And here it comes again.
2nd and 10. They haven't used Judge Garrett much tonight as a receiver. Now a delay of game will be tacked on to the problems the Monarchs already have.
5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Here again, they become indecisive about the pressure that's coming. These things have to be solved between series, and they got to come out and say, okay, 2nd down, this club is coming, this is what we're going to do, so you're not trying to think about it under pressure. Now they've got them backed up.
2nd down.
Andy.
15.
Walk up, Blue 85. Blue 85.
Penalties have really killed the Monarchs tonight, as they have all season. This time maybe they'll get one against Orlando.
He moved.
I think the Monarchs held their ground that time. But let's see if Ed Hockley agrees with us, our referee.
Well, there's a penalty on the defense. Boy, that's...
How about that? Finally.
Encroachment by the defense, unabated towards the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
What is unabated towards the quarterback, man?
That means Fred McNair, look out again.
It's a new big word the referees got.
Not in the alert, hammer.
Rick Andrews, former 10th round draft choice of the San Diego Chargers, calling the signals for the Orlando Thunder defense. 2nd and 10. McNair hangs in, throws to Sargent again. 1st down. In front of Ephraim Thomas, a 15-yard pickup.
When this quarterback gets a normal opportunity, that means when he isn't running for his life from a blitz, he puts the ball on the money. Here you see Tony Sargent down, breaks out, gets the defensive back to cross his legs, leaps up near. Tony Sargent was a player with us at the Los Angeles Rams for a time.
He's had a good night.
Aggressive player, does a good job. He's filling in for their starter.
He's got 6 catches for 72 yards tonight. McNair got away from one, got a block, and now backpedaling and going deep. He did a nice job to get away and be able to throw that ball away. Bernard Ford, the closest receiver, and no flag line. Todd Crum came on a blitz. And Fred saying, boy, you know, it's not like this in practice.
Blue flag and time to be ready. No, we still can't go to 6. Blue flag. Twins left, blue flag.
You can see the frustration in the quarterback's eyes. He's looking for some help. The offensive coaching staff has got to help him. They'll be coming again.
2nd and 10.
Hey, draw! Blue 25! Blue 25!
McNair from the backside comes the blitz, and it's Ephraim Thomas from the safety spot. That hurts. And you can see the pain on just about everybody's face on the Monarch sideline.
Two man.
Well, the Monarchs got to be relieved. This one isn't a blitz. This is a man coverage up front with the zone behind him.
3rd and 14. This is normally where McNair has been looking for Tony Sargent, who's found a way to get open tonight. He's not going to be able to get rid of it. Carl Dunbar. Punting time for London.
Well, you hate to see a quarterback have to go through that.
again back at the 14-yard line. That's the 5th punt inside the 20-yard line tonight.
Alsbury is doing just a great job of punting. That ball is kicked about as high and has got as much hang time as I've seen for a while.
1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tuesday, Robert Downey Jr. lives on the edge of self-destruction in less than 0. The USA movie, Tuesday night at 9, 8 Central Time. Right now, the Monarchs still have a 0 on the scoreboard. They trail 9-0 to the Orlando Thunder, and on first down, it's Clack up to the 20-yard line.
Right tackle is out to the 20-yard line.
Down to 90 seconds left, third quarter. Curtis Moore on the tackle.
And Curtis Moore.
Number 5. This is one of the plays they put in early in training camp on that sweatband.
That one they all know. There's not as much looking at the wrist for that one.
You get up there in those 20s, 30s, and 40s, they got to look down.
Well, you get the feeling that Galen Hall is going to be content to continue to control the football, not give the ball up deep in his territory, play the conservative role, and get out of here with a 9-0 win.
Yeah, red 14.
If he can.
Red 14, Scott. Red 14.
14!
Darryl Clack has got the tough 58 yards tonight on 12 carries.
Outside 4! 4!
He might get another call here on third down and almost 2. And he didn't get the 2. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. This London Monarch defense just won't quit. Scott Miller
well,
on
that third down and 2 that is frustrating Orlando right now. They've been 3 and out twice now. Both times 3rd and 2 runs were stopped for no gain.
What? They haven't shown him yet.
And again, Bernard Ford should get pretty decent field position out of this punt. Criswell's last couple of punts have been low end-over-end jobs. And the third quarter's expired, so Ray's going to have to kick it from the other end. We've played 3 in Orlando, still the Thunder 9-0.
The Monarchs Sunday.
It began as a grand vision, expanding America's favorite sport into new cities, in new countries, creating a new type of spring entertainment spectacle, daring a new breed of player to greatness, showcasing an intensity of play fueled by passion for the game. Offering a sports experience with color, sound, and non-stop action. For new fans, proudly displaying their team colors and cheering their favorite stars. The grand vision is now reality, as players in 5 countries take the field every week in a 10-team dash for the World Bowl trophy. America's favorite sport has boldly moved forward, reaching out to more fans in more places than ever before. The World League, expanding the future of pro football.
For the start of the fourth quarter, Brad Nessler, John Robinson, and Michael Barkan with you. The Thunder took the lead on their opening march of 80 yards in 15 plays, then added a field goal, and that's all we've had in scoring so far.
Get down, baby!
Criswell to punt. And again, a line drive punt, but he's going to get a great roll out of this one. Wow, that'll go in the books as a pretty good punt. A kick of 46 yards, and it was awful. On takeoff, anyway, it was.
London doesn't seem to be able to catch a break. We're going to look at the third quarter stats.
Time of possession basically even. Total yardage still going to the Thunder by a pretty good margin. And those turnovers, both in the first half on interceptions thrown by Fred McNair.
What we ought to do, Brad, is right over this. can't pick up the blitz. I mean,
There you
that's
go.
the stat that's you know, the most reflective of what's happening in this game.
The Monarchs from the 33-yard line.
Red 6! Bobby! Turn!
A little option play. And McNair's got 10 or 11 and a first down.
All right, that's a change of pace now. That's what they need, something to do to get this game get back to being fun for this guy. You could see the change in his expression on his face when he was running around there trying to dodge those 18 guys that were blitzing him. Now he runs the option, and they take the pitchman away, and he gets up the field, uses his athletic ability, and he had some fun on that play.
First down. The Monarchs from their own 45. McNair, incomplete, intended for Sargent. Crum was there defensively. That's a tough pass to throw when you're backpedaling.
Yeah, he never got it. He never got his body in a place where he could really deliver the ball accurately. Now, this might be one of the key downs in this football game, because here the blitz is coming again.
Turn it up.
Everybody knows it.
Can't say I blame it. The motherfucker's been on top of it.
Second down at 10.
One of the things that has to happen here is the offensive coaches have to give him some help, so he has a chance to do something. Here it comes again. Get it thrown, baby. There you go.
Got it. Ford out of bounds. First down. A pickup of 12. Threw that one right where it had to be. Malcolm Frank was covering.
Now, that was a good decision where they won that battle. The blitz came. They got the ball. They had a plan. They got the ball off fast and beat the cornerback. Now they've got the ball in positive field position.
23 cut on 1. Ready?
Still a long time left to go in this game, and still only 9 points separating the leader and the Monarchs who trail.
Blue 85!
They got a first down at the 42-yard line. Back to the ground game. Alexander got a tough 4 yards inside. Dunbar on the bottom of that pile along with Andrews.
When they come straight at him, they're making that 4 and 5. Here comes second down again now. Again, the call is crucial here to make sure that they have an answer in case the blitz is coming.
They don't want any more penalties either.
Second and 6.
Second and 6.
Red 6! Red 6! Bobby!
Option. To the 34-yard line goes McNair. Dean Witkowski made the tackle. And it's going to bring up third down and probably the most important 2 yards of the night for the London Monarchs offense.
Brad, another good call. Again, now we got the defensive coach thinking a little bit here. We're watching him. He's not quite sure.
What is it? I don't know. They measured it. They called timeout
That's
over there.
Pete Kuharczyk again.
Kid, run option.
McNair is down after that run. And Stan Gilbaugh, somewhere on the sideline, is going to have to put a helmet on. He's got the football in hand anyway. Wasn't expected to play tonight. And really, from the feeling we got, is not expected to play the rest of the year for London.
I'm sure Stan is saying, how are we picking that blitz up again?
That's right.
Go over that with me one more time. The quick out was effective. The option was effective. They put themselves in a third down and 3. And they certainly can afford to take a chance at two shots here. I'm sure that's what they have to be thinking. Say, hey, let's go twice for this thing and not try to kick it or not try to worry about fourth down. Let's go at them and get the first down if we can.
2 yards on 2 downs. Right.
There you go. You just heard it.
Yeah.
Now, throwing the ball. Okay.
You called that one even before the offensive coordinator did.
Right. Running the ball, I would run cut. Okay. Okay.
You got 2 downs to pick up the first down.
Right.
Two to pick it up. 2 downs to pick it up.
Okay, you want to go 2-12 first? Now I want to go arrow. Okay, let's go. Let's go twins left, blue arrow. Okay.
New quarterback, Stan Gilbaugh. Last year, the MVP in the World League.
Well, it's a really kind of a gut check for Stan. You know, he had felt like his season was over and he was getting ready. Now he's got to come in, and this team needs desperately to make something happen here. I think they're going to run straight at him, and the blitz is coming.
Alexander in the backfield. 3rd and 2. Gelbaugh must have checked off and throws over the head of Tony Sargent. And he was open. Tony Sargent was open.
Again, the blitz came. The fullback Alexander did a great job of picking up. I think it was Andrews who was right there. Gave Gelbaugh some time, but he just kind of threw the ball away.
Monarchs 1 out of 4 of their 4th down conversions this year. Here comes another one.
Gun it.
McNair trying to walk it off on the sideline or run it off, and Stan Gelbaugh faces a 4th and 2.
Blitz is coming again.
Gelbaugh gets rid of it, and Garrett can't hold on. Maybe a little high, but catchable. Ephraim Thomas there defensively.
Well, that was just a tough break. They had the right thing on. Gelbaugh, he's got an unblocked guy coming right at him.
Man, what a difference.
Scott Mitchell having a look at what's coming up. Let's go to Michael Barkan.
Back on the opposite sideline with Fred McNair, and you went down. How you feeling?
I feel great. I just had a little ankle twist a little bit. Just fine now.
Next series, you're back in?
Next series, I'm going back.
You've been roughed up just a little bit. How do you assess your first start?
Yeah, I feel good about it and everything. I feel great. I think I'm doing pretty good myself. Good breakdown. Some of the calls I'm not making right, so hey, I feel great about it. But you know, we're gonna overcome that. We're gonna come back.
Now you just need some points on the board, Brad.
All right, I think it's good that Fred's in one piece.
I think Fred's doing good too.
Pickup of 5 over the middle.
Empty 5, 47, 47.
And a 2nd and 5 coming up without a huddle.
Here, now here. Empty. 3 man. Empty.
5 wide receivers for Scott Mitchell.
Hot.
And got it complete. First down to the 47-yard line. It's Stacy Simmons.
Orlando went to this 5 wide receivers just before halftime and moved the football.
23.
That's only their 2nd first down in this half, so they have not been dazzling on offense.
23.
This is what they opened up with last week against San Antonio in their win over the Riders. Their entire opening series was without a huddle.
Okay. Hut.
Clack into Monarch territory at the 48-yard line.
Again, now this is the first positive field position that Orlando has. I'm sure they're probably working on, and from a thinking standpoint, do we keep trying to move this football consistently, or do we try to strike to put this game away here with 10 minutes to go? They've got an injury, so they've got a little more time to think about that.
Thunder player down. We've got a timeout with 10:42 left. Still the Thunder shutting out the Monarchs.
Tandem Computer, the official computer.
Here we go. Locker camp in the London Monarchs locker room, where they're still working on Ricky Shaw. They're going to retape again. This time, Ricky's maybe done for the night. The Monarchs still not done, but still trailing by 9. 2nd down and 6 to Orlando at the 48-yard line of the Monarchs with 10:25 left in the football game. Bell in motion. Here's a pitch on the end around of Willie Davis. Willie, some nice speed, and he's got it to the 36-yard line. 13-yard pickup.
Well, it was a play that was designed to strike for big yards, and it did. You see Willie Davis doing a good job here protecting the football. Once he breaks up the field, quarterback just gives him a little flip that he can handle. Now he turns into that old kind of tailback. He's doing a good job of holding that ball. Boy, Willie.
First down just inside the 37-yard line of the Monarchs. 5 wide receiver group again for Scott Mitchell from the shotgun. Got it Complete to the 31-yard line to Chris Ford, his second catch of the night. And again, they throw that underneath pass and pick up 6-7 yards.
They're starting to establish a rhythm now. London's got to knock them out of this. When this club gets in that rhythm, they seem to be able to just kind of eat up the yards, 4 or 5 yards at a crack.
3, 2, 3, 23.
Darryl Clack back into the backfield on second down, a long 3.
Opposite! Opposite!
Gets the call and got a first down to the 22-yard line. Darryl Clack having a good night.
Again, Brad, we talked about this earlier, that this team passes the football so then it can run it, not the other way around. The passing has been working now. They get people spread out and they pop the runner right through inside.
Clack 70 yards on 15 carries now. And a first down at the 22-yard line of the Monarchs. Draw play to Clack. Again, a strong run. Curtis Moore made the tackle, but gives 5 more yards to Darryl Clack.
Down the Reddit huddle.
No, we can't go. Flush, flush. Flush. Empty 5. Red QB draw. Call him the huddle. Red QB draw. Give him a 5-0 QB draw.
We know what that is. Now this is Scott Mitchell saying, what? You want me to run the ball? He's got 5, means 5 wide receivers. They're going to get everybody spread out. Scott Mitchell's going to take about 1 step back. He's in a shotgun, so he'll just pause, run right down the middle.
Second and 5.
Hey, roll, carry. You got to get clean. Can move out.
There's the step. There's the draw. Didn't get the 5. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the nose man got penetration on Rod Lassow, the center, and just was able to come off the block, and Scott just isn't nifty enough to come off of that.
Milford Hodge made the stop, and it's third down and 7. You almost sense that the Monarchs have got to come up with a turnover to have a chance now to win the football game. We're down to 7:20 to play.
Curtis!
Third down and 7.
Dedrick, you got a corner!
Mitchell across the middle and dropped, incomplete.
4th down now. They're going for the field goal. A field goal still gives them, it makes it 12-0, 2 quick touchdowns. I'm not sure how they're going to go about getting those 2 quick touchdowns.
Well,
but it does give them still some hope.
Last time they had their kicker out there, they got a clean snap from Titley, number 89, to Criswell, the holder, number 2. And then it's Tracy Bennett, number 1, set to try to kick a 36-yard field goal. But remember, the snaps back to the holder have been kind of an adventure in the last couple of weeks. This one's clean enough, but it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. Wilfred Hodge may have been. There he is, doing a dance. He's the guy that got it.
I think Wilfred Hodge could have been a midget and still blocked that one. That was kicked right at him, I think. But that's a positive thing now. London has to be able to say, hey, if we can get a touchdown, go for 2, get a field goal, that gives us enough to win this football game, so they don't need 2 touchdowns. But they need to handle the blitz somewhat.
That snap was pretty good. Criswell got it there, but Hodge got that big paw in the way, and boom, there it went.
Well, that wasn't fair to me to say that he could have been a midget. He had to be at least 5'1" or 5'2". So that one.
He is poured into that frame, I'll tell you that much. First down, Monarchs. 7:02 to go. McNair from the shotgun. Throws to Alexander, who's cartwheeled down by Glenn Rogers, but a pickup of 6. Almost 7.
You know, I think I would go with a no huddle here. And I know he hasn't got a lot of experience playing quarterback, but they need something to get some vitality in what they're doing. They need to shake this game up somewhere. If they keep doing this game, the clock's going to run out and they're going to have zip on the board.
484 flat. On one, ready?
Second down and 3. And again, we see McNair in the gun. He wasn't in that set earlier and for most of the ball game. Now he takes off with it, got a first down, and got down at the 33-yard line. But the clock winding down, as John said, there's going to be less than 6 the next time they snap it, and they're taking their time back to the huddle.
They just got to think in terms of not even for the clock, just to give them some life, you know, just to get something going.
Block, full left, firm O, 484 flat, on 1, ready? Gun.
As Fred said, here's where y'all block.
You can see Ray Wilsey pointing
Blue
the
85!
clock.
Go! Blue 85!
McNair in the flat to Garrett. Very short game. Nice job by Malcolm Frank, the corner. That's only the 3rd catch tonight for Judd Garrett, who came in with 42. And again,
Ray Wilsey primarily runs the defensive unit for London. I'm sure he's very frustrated about what's happening offensively. Ray's one of the really fine coaches who's had a great reputation in coaching for many, many years. Worked for Tom Flores with the Raiders for a long time. Really a fine coach.
2nd down and 7.
Right here, John, go ahead. Gun! Blue 80! Blue 80! Gun!
The blitz from everybody. McNair lays it out for Ford, and it's almost intercepted. Malcolm Frank again out there. And it brings up 3rd down and long. John, you know, you talk about the job that Ray and George Warhop and his coaching staff have done.
Okay.
Galen Hall and this entire Orlando organization's done a nice job with this team as North American East champions.
They really turned it around. The acquisition of Dick Beam as general manager, I think, has been important to this group. And, you know, their work is starting to pay off. There's an excellent crowd here tonight. They've had some frustration in that area, but Dick Beam, Galen Hall are 2 names that have done a great job.
3rd down and 7. And the Monarchs absolutely have to have this one. We're under 5 minutes. McNair over the middle. 1st down at the 45. Right. Bernard Ford.
There's a big 1st down, Brad. Now they've got a chance now. They've got to hurry up, though. You can't mill around and get in a huddle. You got to get up on the ball and get it going.
Left for her, 787, firm O.
Half left, gun, firm O, 787, flat drive. On 1, ready?
Bernard Ford has been the favorite target of McNair. That was his 5th catch for 74 yards
Blue 85.
tonight.
Blue 85!
From the shotgun, high snap, he handles it. Sets up and fires for Ford and almost had another one.
Again, they were trying to find that little crack in that seam in the cover 2, it's called. 2 deep safety behind the corner in front of this safety. It was well gotten in there, just wasn't quite good enough. Here we get a look at it. Look at the area he's trying to throw, just the crack. It's not a very big space in there. Pretty good attempt and an excellent throw, the kind of throw you have to make. Dwight Ford just didn't, Bernard Ford rather just didn't get both hands on that ball.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line. With 4:05 left, it's 9-0 Orlando. In and out of the hands of Ford, who probably should have had that one. Malcolm Frank covering. That would have been a 1st down at the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down, and they've got to take 2 downs here. They can't worry about punting the football. That gets them nothing.
787.
This is going to be a tough catch, but he could have had it. He's got to come back to the ball more aggressively. You see how he looks kind of lazy coming out of that cut. That's what caused that incompletion. If he'd have been more aggressive coming back to the football, he'd have had a catch there.
Blue 25!
A little over 50% on their 3rd down conversions, and boy, do they need one here. 3rd and 10. McNair got it to the 39-yard line to Tony Sargent.
Tony Sargent has made several big plays here. Freddie McNair stepped around the pass rush and was able to get a little extra time. Here we look at Tony Sargent coming up the field, giving a kind of a turn, coming back for the football better. Now that's it, Tony. Nice job. All right. Look out for the blitz bid. Here it comes. Although Orlando's being a little more conservative, figuring the clock is working in their favor.
They've worked it back to the Thunder 40-yard line. McNair going deep. Man out there. In and out of his hands. Broken up by Crum at the goal line. And Bernard Ford again, the man he threw it to. Malcolm Frank and Todd Crum do a nice job.
Yeah, that was good coverage. The defensive safety just got his left hand in there and deflected that ball. But that was the most dynamic strike these guys have taken all night. He's got a step on him. It's close. Oh, boy, that's you know, that's
might have hit Bernard right on the head, I think.
That's what Freddie said. Oh, man, catch it.
2nd and 10 at the 40.
Blue 25.
McNair in and out of the hands of Sargent. Coverage from Rogers on that corner.
And we still got 2 more downs now. Sargent had a chance for the ball. There was some pushing and shoving going on down. Tony's got a chance. The ball is in the air, and it comes right through Tony's hands. He's up in the air nicely for it.
Ooh. Got to have those.
Yeah, and he had both hands on it, too. It just was the ball's going a little faster than he expected.
3rd and 10. 2 plays to pick it up. With 3:39 left, there's the current drive. Wide open is Garrett, and he dropped it.
Oh, you got to go for it now. They're sending on a punt team here, and I just don't have any understanding why that is.
Even if their defense holds, they aren't going to get 2 opportunities in the next 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
They're not going to get any opportunity any better than this now. They got to be going with the fake here.
Crossman is the man about 5 yards behind center.
What the fake?
Ellsbury punts it. At the 9-yard line, another fair catch for him.
Well, you just got to question that decision. I mean, they were down. That's the best field position they've had the whole evening, and they gave it away, and they gave the ball away with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go and 2 scores needed.
Might have been their last chance.
Unleash yourself in the mind maze. Free your imagination. Escape your reality. Can you win in the mind maze? It's a perfect place. Drift into another world where everything is what you make it. It's magic. It's the mind maze. The mind maze, where it's all in your imagination. Call 1-900-933-9283. Adults 18 and over only. $5 per minute.
Take a look at this revolutionary new car wax. Turtle Wax. New high-tech formula Turtle Wax. The no rubbing, no buffing, bring back the shine 12-month car wax. This is an old beater, but in just minutes, today's Turtle Wax safely brings back the shine. Get today's high-tech formula Turtle Wax. Watch out, some household detergents can strip car wax, so use Zip Wax Car Wash. It cleans safely and lets the Turtle Wax shine through.
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
You were here. He had the traveler's checks here. That is a problem. Well, was. Now there's American Express traveler's checks for 2. The first checks either of you can use. Don't leave home without them.
Come to a place where so many people are rich, gorgeous, and dead. Silk Stockings on USA, tomorrow at 9.
All right, you're looking, or will be looking at the symbol of last year's World Bowl Championship. The World Bowl rings worn by London this year, and that memory, they'll have to cherish it over the off-season. They won't make it this year. Brad?
We'll have somebody else wearing those rings next time around. The World Bowl, June 6th in Montreal, and we'll have it for you on USA Network. We hope you join us on that Saturday night for the World League's 2nd championship matchup. This team, the Orlando Thunder, thinks that they're going to be the club that is going to get there and win it, and they are about to go to 7-1. 3 minutes left in this ball game, and now Scott Mitchell's going to take all the time that he can possibly use in the huddle and at the line of scrimmage to try to use up the remaining 2:53 of this ball game.
London's got to take time out right after this play if the clock isn't stopped.
Roger Vick, both hands around the football.
Take time out right now.
Got about 5. And the clock is continuing to run. I don't quite get it, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's almost as though London has conceded the game and is just willing to get out of here with a 9-0. You know, this is where you take the timeout, because you can save. If they'd have taken timeout after that, they could have saved almost 40 seconds. Now they're going to go down under 2 minutes. There's 40 seconds that are gone for the rest of the night.
I love you very much.
3rd down and 5. 4 wide receivers for Scott Mitchell if he decides to throw. He won't. Draw play inside to Vick. And Vick didn't get the first down, I don't think. Got it maybe to within a couple of lengths of the football, but short at the 2-minute warning. We'll maybe have to measure this one during the 2-minute warning break. It's 9-0 Orlando. We'll be right back.
It's the first week of spring training, and a bunch of nice old ladies show up.
Say cheese. Wonderful.
Nice, until we started working out.
You call that exercising?
Hey, Grandma, I don't see you doing it.
We finished?
In your dreams, homeboy.
Finally. Cold punch for everybody.
Attaboy.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. This is the shave with 6 rich lubricants. This is the shave that reduces irritation. This is the shave. For less irritation, you've got the edge. Edge, proud sponsor of the NBA Most Valuable Player Award.
Time now for the Edge Helmet Cam Play the Game, brought to you by Edge Shaving Gel. For less irritation, you've got the edge. Scott Mitchell's going to get a little irritation here from linebacker Ricky Williams. Let's take a look. That pretty much tells the story of what Ricky Williams did all night long. And he gave us 2 or 3 or 4 great shots from helmet cam tonight, and that was just one of them.
Brad, I nominate him for all helmet cams for this year. He's given us more entertainment and more education, really, about playing that position and how important your eyes are and how violent it is and how much ground you have to cover. That's just excellent television.
Now a punting situation for the Thunder. And remember, the Monarchs have gotten fairly close the last 3 times. Criswell's been out there to punt.
Let's go. Look, red or blue.
Well, you got to give London credit for making a comeback from last week when things looked so dark for them. They came in here and played a very emotional and physical game.
Their defense is still tagging some people out there. They've got the return on. And off the side of Criswell's foot. If it doesn't take an unbelievable bounce, the only bounce was out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Only a 17-yard punt. And so the Monarchs have a chance. We welcome those of you who watched the Sacramento Surge rout the Frankfurt Galaxy 51-7. Here in Orlando, the Thunder has led from the opening drive when they went 80 yards in 15 plays. They added a field goal, and that's all the scoring we have. 9-0, but a short punt off the foot of Ray Criswell now has given the Monarchs another opportunity on offense at the Thunder 36-yard line with 1:52 left. Fred McNair at quarterback. Across the middle and got his man at the 17-yard line. Bernard Ford again. He's been his main receiver all night.
You know, Brad, Freddie's put the ball on the money when he's had time. 14. And that was a nice catch. They got a shot at it now. 14. Still got a lot of time left.
1st and 10.
Gun.
The blitz of the Orlando Thunder has raised havoc on this Monarch offense all night long. McNair.
No.
And incomplete. A one-hopper to Tony Sargent.
Hold up.
They've got all 3 of their timeouts. If they can get this ball in the end zone, they've got a real shot at it. And you know, I think they got to throw for the end zone. If I were Orlando, I don't think I'd blitz right here.
On 1, ready? Gun.
Brad, Nessler, John Robinson, and Michael Barkan at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, where the Thunder try to hold on to a 9-zip lead. You see the time remaining.
Blue 85.
On 2nd and 10. McNair in trouble. Throws on the run. In and out of the hands at the 5-yard line, and a flag comes in late. Malcolm Frank trying to stay with Bernard Ford. He was draped all over Bernard.
He definitely hit him early on that one, Brad. So they've got first down on the 5.
Ford comes back for it, and now you see Frank come over the top.
Well, that was a good call now, and that's a gutsy call by the official. It's the right call, but it's definitely the right call. That should give them first down.
Here's a call.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Half the distance to the goal, number 20. First down.
So the half the distance takes
First
it
down.
to the 8-yard line.
He's got to throw that ball in the end zone now. Not get caught running, using up any more time.
Gun. What we got?
4-receiver offense.
Watch the corner, right?
Here comes
Jeff Alexander flanks McNair in the shotgun. Now Judd Garrett comes back to help out too, because they are coming.
Throw it.
McNair incomplete. Sargent ran a slant. McNair threw it somewhere else.
Well, that doesn't hurt him much. They still got 3 downs now. The blitz was coming.
Near left, 414. Regular.
George Warhop, the offensive coordinator of the Monarchs. And let's see what near left 414 is.
Well, the key call is not so much their call as Orlando's call. If Orlando's up there looking like they're getting ready for man coverage and a blitz again.
Blue 25. Blue 25.
2nd and goal at the 8. Here it comes. Had it knocked up in the air. Either Crum or Thomas got it. Todd Crum, a strong safety. 3rd and goal.
Firmo, 414. Tell them they blitz, go backside to Bernard.
Near left, firm hole, 414. Look back to Bernard.
If they blitz, look back to Bernard is what they're telling him now. They're at least giving him a solution for a blitz, which you can bet everything you own is coming again.
Ford is to the top of your screen, number 80. 3rd and goal. Ford in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, now that's pass interference again. I think the quarterback was all over. We'll get a look at it.
Let's go.
You're going to call one, you got to call the other one.
Firmo, okay, full left. Firmo, 383.
Here we get a look at Ford down there running the patterns, coming back. Come back to the ball. Pass interference all the way. But it wasn't because they didn't call.
No flag.
Here we get a good look at it.
Here's maybe the last play of the football game for London. And Fred McNair wants to talk it over before he takes that last play on 4th and goal. Timeout, Monarchs.
Art, okay?
I'm here. I'm listening to you.
I mean, the best stance is to go 383 to Bernard on the backside. So you go full left.
They're trying to decide now.
Well, we can run 7s down here, but it's got to be out of firm hole.
Brad, when you look at what's going on here now, the blitz coverage, you saw the last time, the corner's laid inside. So it's really got to be a time for them to run something outside to the wide receiver. Remember when they had 3rd down and they threw the out to the wide receiver to get a first down on blitz earlier in this quarter? I'd come right back to that same kind of thing. Anything that goes inside is going to be contested.
383.
Work him inside. Let's go full left, firm hole, 383, choice hash, on 1, ready, gun.
383, I think the 3s are the outside patterns. They're firm holes. They're blocking the inside receivers, trying to go to one of the 2 guys there. See if they can get away.
The outside receivers are Tony Sargent and Bernard Ford. It's 4th and goal. It's the last chance on offense for the Monarchs. And nothing. nothing doing. The blitz has been the story all night. Flags are down. And McNair's still down after yet another blitz. Dean Witkowski, number 51, with a penalty marker down. I think it's against London.
Illegal touching on the
well, London died out here.
The penalty is declined. First down.
That their final nail in their coffin was yet one more blitz.
So the Orlando Thunder, with just 1:05 to waste off the clock, and they know already as North American East champions that their winning streak's about to go to 6 straight. This will be the second 9-0 loss of the year for London. That's the same score they lost to the Barcelona Dragons. But Galen Hall's team geared up, ready for the playoffs, and played very well again tonight. And now just a couple of snaps left, and this one will be over. Here's the give on the handoff to Darryl Clack. Tonight's game, directed by Craig Janoff, produced by Kenny Wolf. And our great crew, as always, with USA Network down here to bring you some unbelievable shots tonight. Again, especially from our helmet cam. Coordinating producer of the World League on USA is Gordon Beck. Technical director, Steve Laxton. Don Del Vecchio, our associate director, unit manager, Jack Coffey. Mike Todd, our technical manager. Russ Friedman, our program controller. Assistants to the producer, Kurt Kluger, and Mark Ameno. Our stat man, Chuck Gardner, and my spotter, Miller Pope. And our stage manager, the madman, Dave Hatter. We've enjoyed having you along again on this ride through the World League that has gone through 8 weeks and will culminate June 6th in Montreal in the World Bowl. And we will have a new champion because we know the Monarchs, crowned last year, are not going to be there.
Well, Brad, we saw a very physical football game tonight. Less than scintillating offense from either team. Orlando did some things pretty good, but then it pretty much, they got 9 points up and hung on.
The defense has been the story, and with that, our KFC player of the game, Ephraim Thomas, with 9 tackles, an interception, and a sack. And Kentucky Fried Chicken will make a donation of $1,000 in Ephraim's name to DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program. He had a great game, blitzed from his safety spot several times, knocked down some passes, and had that interception, and helped Orlando to a hard-fought defensive victory. And certainly we had a lot of defense here tonight. We didn't have a lot of defense in the other game as the Sacramento Surge goes to 6-2 with a 51-7 shellacking of the Frankfurt Galaxy.
You stay in there, put everybody in like a goal line gap. A goal line gap, cover 9.
There's a very good football coach going through a very difficult season.
Yep.
I'm sure a very frustrating game tonight because they could have won it. And I'm sure on the plane flight home tonight, they're going to be saying, man, we got to do something about handling the blitz.
You can go from being a champion one year to 1-6-1 and hanging your head very, very quickly.
Yep. And you got to give Orlando credit. Again, their organization has put together a good football team. And don't you get the feeling, Brad, that there's a real clash coming? Sacramento and Orlando somewhere down the road.
That would be something special if it comes to that. Sacramento's got San Antonio the last week of the regular season, and that will be a heck of a ball game. Birmingham still in the hunt, though Sacramento winning tonight makes their chances a little bit less. Now we're down to 47 seconds left. 3rd down and 5. Darryl Clack broke a tackle, cut outside, didn't get the first down. Curtis Moore made the tackle. And the clock will wind its way down. It'll be a 4th down situation, but there's not a lot of difference between that game clock and how much time is left before the Thunder has to do something with it. We know we've had a lot of moms out there watching tonight, too, and we wish all of you a very special day tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day. Down to the final 10 seconds. And they'll take the delay of game penalty. And 2 seconds.
Remains 4th down.
Well, that's it for this game, and again, Orlando's one step closer to that championship that they're looking for.
Galen can smile and finally dump the headset with 2 seconds left.
Yep. And I'm sure knowing Galen, he's going to be saying, man, we didn't have enough offense tonight. We're not as consistent as we should be. And I'm sure that's the role that a head coach has to play in a team now that has to be careful that it doesn't get into one of those cruising kind of modes where they can't get it back up to play that great game down the road when they have to.
Their opening drive was their best of the night. That's all they really needed. Mitchell dropped the football, but time has expired. As Galen Hall gets a little shower. I don't know if that feels good or bad, but the wind does. 6 straight for the Orlando Thunder. They go to 7-1. The Thunder shuts out the London Monarchs 9-0. And we'll come back with some final words right after this.
Most people think paint is paint. Is paint. But then again, most people aren't professional painters. There's only one paint this good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Introducing tire foam from Armor All. One spray, and even old tires look great. Kind of makes you wish we made car foam, doesn't it? New tire foam from Armor All. Just spray, walk away.
Good morning, room service.
Yes, this is Mr. Wlaf, 811. Waiting.
Yes, sir. Your breakfast is on the way.
It should have been here half an hour ago.
Sorry, sir. It'll be there any minute. What was that number again?
At Marriott, our priority is you. So your breakfast is guaranteed on time, or it's on us. Service, the ultimate luxury at Marriott.
The World League on USA has been brought to you by Bud Dry. Dry brewed so it drinks light yet satisfies completely. By Marriott Hotels, Resorts, and Suites, where service is the ultimate luxury. And by Edge Shaving Gel. For less irritation, you've got the edge.
Well, the fans have flipped over their Thunder, who go to 7-1 on a gorgeous night in Florida. That's a good feeling of 3 hours and 10 minutes of hard work, and then on your way to the locker room with another win. 9-0, Orlando wins it. Don't forget, next week, we've got a couple of big games for you. It'll be Barcelona against the New York, New Jersey Knights, or Frankfurt against Sacramento. Next week as the battle for the remaining playoff spots continue. Coming up next, on the East Coast, it's Up All Night. Tonight's first movie feature is Crunch, and on the West Coast, the USA movie, The Raggedy Man, starring Sam Shepard and Sissy Spacek. That's about going to do it from Orlando as we give you some more great looks at a tough, hard-fought Orlando victory. For John Robinson and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler, saying so long from Orlando.
This USA Update is brought to you by the Discover Card.